Actually, one second, I beg. I'm just going to turn the heating off.
Go for it. You're good. Welcome, everybody, to the Catching Hardcore podcast episode live. I don't think we have an official number title. Welcome, chat, everybody. I'm joined by the infamous RubiconVale. Paul, welcome to the podcast.
What's up?
This is not your first podcast in the last couple hours.
Not in the last 4 hours. No, it's not.
So what podcast did you just do? Give them a plug. Give them a shout out.
So we were on the She Heals I Tank podcast. We were live on Twitch tonight. It was fantastic. Avi and Pete are great folks, so they graciously had Iltasumasu and I on. That was at 8 o'clock tonight, so go check them out. They probably have the stream back there that you can go back and look at. So that was a blast. They're great guys, so check them out.
All right. And I always get it whenever I think about it, because I'm dyslexic, I'm like, he takes, no, she got it.
There's an acronym.
There is an acronym.
Not PG, but there's an acronym.
And Chille, welcome back to the podcast. Also back everyone. from turning on the heat in your apartment. But what's really cool so far? Go ahead, dude.
I turned it up to warm the place up because, England is cold in the morning.
I've actually never been. My mom is from London, and yet I've never been to England. I've been to Sweden, and it was very cold there in the summer, and also very the sun never felt like it set. So I was kind of blown away by that.
Oh, it's always saying here. In fact, it's never up.
So with today's show, obviously what we're doing is here in about 20 minutes, the keynote for Paris FanFest will be going live. We last time they actually had an English translation, so it will be interesting to see if that is also the case. I do speak some French, not well.
There is an English translation.
Oh, sweet, good, because I was like, bonjour, comment allez-vous? Let's see if we can see if Brian's I do fake translations of the Japanese stuff, so it's it always is kind of usually hit or miss from that perspective. So we're going to be giving our live reaction to it, but before then we have a little bit, and so this is the pre-show for obviously FanFest 2019, which is really cool because Chille and we got to do some videos and stuff from Las Vegas FanFest. So how time has flied.
Oh yeah.
So coming off of that, Chille, and then we'll get to Paul, because I want to get Paul's thoughts on are we getting a tank, a healer, what's happening? I want to know. But Chille, so from FanFest in Vegas to now, having had the time to actually get hands-on with Blue Mage, having had the time to see more of the story, where do you think today is going to go?
I really think we're going to get a 15, 20-minute catch-up, because this keynote is actually an hour and a half, is about half an hour longer than the standard North American one. So
yeah, lots of announcements.
We're going to get a catch-up, which will be about 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to get some teasers about the areas. We're going to see pictures of locations, I think.
Yeah.
If not a 3D view of one of them, maybe a star area, or maybe the endgame area, because remember we saw Rauga's Reach pretty early on.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll see the job announcements, which will be Gunblade, which I think is going to be a tank. Then we'll see the trailer.
Paul? Gunblade tank?
I do, yeah. That's what I'm going with.
So I'm going with support, 100%. Just kidding. It's
we're going to see a trailer and some other stuff like that, and then maybe a tease for the 8-man raid.
Oh yeah, because I think it was wasn't it in the Vegas one last time that they at least gave the titles, or was that in the European FanFest last time? Because we don't know about the 8-man or the 24, and I do remember obviously just showed the titles. This is what it is. We're not showing you anything more, but it's crazy to think that there will be a new 8-man raid in less than 6 months, give or take. Paul, obviously just coming off the She Heals I Tank podcast, what's your expectation? You said that Gunblade Tank. What do you want to see announced today that that either has not been announced or you want more clarification on?
I'd like to see new zones. We don't have any video of any of the zones. You were talking about the titles. We're not hearing a lot about where we're going, what's going on there. So I'd like to see that. I'd like to see a little bit more of the trailer if we can get that. Maybe not the full thing. And really, that's it. I was hoping for, they're talking about the multiple jobs thing, and I know jobs are big for everybody. So I would like to see one here, one Japan, or if they're feeling generous, one here, two Japan, two here, two Japan. We're lacking healer, tank, and I believe a ranged. And I would like to see something come out of those three.
Do you think we're going to see something in the lines of like pulling out all the stops or just out of left field, something where like, hey, here's two jobs that we announced as a part of that, and then a kind of a hint, or like if they did go with even more announcements, like some other additional limited job, because like we're still in like new blue territory for it, but it does set the expectation that we might see, if not at launch, at some point in the life cycle of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's room for a limited job to launch at 5.0. I think they still have work to do on blue, but when you're talking about a different limited job, it's a different job. So what you might have to fix within blue may not be pertinent for Beastmaster or some other limited job.
Yes, Beastmaster.
So
So Chille's a Beastmaster. See, I'm really
like
I love Beastmaster and like Puppet Master, and I'm torn between the two. So let's throw down the gauntlet. Chille, I'm guessing you're in the Beastmaster camp.
Yes, please.
I
like
Paul,
the
Beast
little
or
outfit
Puppet?
on my time.
I would say Beastmaster only because I have more playtime with it in 11 than I did with Puppet Master. I know there's fans of both, but Beastmaster is kind of part of that OG set, so that's what I want to see.
I had a lot more time with Puppet Master in 11. However, thinking how it would translate into a limited job, it actually seems very appealing. Whereas for Puppet Master, it hasn't yet resonated, like how they would work it with the components and the parts and all of that. And I will approve Chille's link. There you go.
Thank you.
It's like, moderate, boom, Wally podcast. Perfect. So, man, I think what I'm hoping to see most of, and it's just because it's the thing that concerns me because I don't understand it, is New Game Plus.
Yeah.
We were talking as we're getting set up, and like I want to go around and get everybody's thoughts on Blue Mage, because I think the thing that it lacks the most is level sync. And then the thing that we were all kind of like concerned, and it is the way it is, like once you have everything, what is it really there for? Like there's nothing to really there's no repeatableness to it. There's no reason to go and farm the skills again. There's no, like once you're at level cap and you have all the skills, you can kind of play around with builds, and that's interesting. But the open world doesn't really like.
And you got your weekly.
The weekly thing is the most interesting thing, because I would love to see that brought into just the dungeon expert roulette, where they just bring something and put it right up there to say, hey, we've got like 90 something on dungeons. Like, let's bring in some variety to the roulette, because the 2-man or the 2 roulette extreme, I get it from a mechanical perspective, because then it's from a stress perspective, you're not having to remember 90 dungeons. But it can get like, okay, I've seen this dungeon 10 times. I think I'm
for the expert, it's mainly because that way you don't have too. It's not just that, but because they only have the end game ones would give the rewards.
Mm-hmm.
The current times.
Yeah, rewards and all that structure is going to be interesting. So New Game Plus for me, because I'm wondering, like, it's not anything I've asked for. It's not anything based off of what they told me I'm going to use. I just want to know more about what is it, like at its core. I wonder, do you guys think we're going to see an explanation, more of a deep dive, kind of showing off how it works? I don't know if we'll
see it I think we'll see it closer to release.
Okay. Paul, are there any, obviously it's kind of hard to predict, like, that they were going to announce anything we are not aware of. But as far as it goes, like, do you feel what they've announced in Vegas is the full picture of what to expect when it drops? Or are there more things they're holding off on besides jobs?
I hope not. I hope not that wasn't the full picture in Las Vegas. I would like to see a lot more because I think there's room for a lot more, for more raids, for more jobs, obviously, for more activities. You're talking about New Game Plus. We don't know a lot. And so I'm hoping this was something we talked about on She Heals I Tank tonight, was that let's hope that they are purposefully holding back information and it's not a lack of information that they're just stretching out to some nth degree. When we went to the North American FanFest 2 years ago, we had more information than we knew what to do with, I think. And I think what that did is set us up for expectations of things that we created our own expectations. And then when, you know, Eureka didn't end up the way we thought it would be, at least by Pagos, it caused problems. You know, when you set an expectation for something, it doesn't meet the expectation, that's where problems rise. So us knowing as little as possible going into it, but getting the right types of hints or right amount of hints, I think is a better option. So I hope they're slow playing it for that reason. What they're going to announce, I couldn't tell you exactly. We'll find out more tonight.
Yeah. Oh man, like I look at it and I would say though, even still from what they've kind of teased, when I look at it, and then when I look at how Stormblood itself launched, we didn't get a race. We didn't, we got, 2 jobs. And in this case, like, I would qualify like Blue Mage not as a Stormblood job, but actually as an ARR one because it doesn't require the expansions. I thought that was a really kind of interesting touch. But it already seems to somewhat feel like, man, they are like really kind of bringing in, some content. I hope New Game Plus is a success. The World Visit System is, obviously coming, prior to the patch, which is so smart.
7, if I'm rightly.
Oh, what do you say?
4.57 will be the world transfer and the world visit.
I'm really excited about that because from a Blue Mage perspective, like people were like, "Oh, can we play this?" It's like, no, not yet. Just wait a little bit. But then at the same time, maps is going to be so nice when running across.
I'm looking forward to when Blue Mage gets its level increase because once Blue Mage gets 60, you'll get access to Alexander, and I'm calling it now that Palace of the Dead will be available.
Yeah, I think you're right about Palace of the Dead and Blue Mage opening up at that time. And I honestly was kind of shocked that they kept it out, not from a level 50 sync perspective, but if it's still not allowed into the Palace of the Dead, it's just limit the number of skills you have. Like you could equip them in any order. Just
no, it's not the skills. But Palace of the Dead goes up to 60.
Right, that's why I say, like, I get it from the reason it's not in at this moment. If it's not in at 60, I think that's going to be kind of a bummer because, you can't use matchmaking, but it doesn't really matter. And
I'm going to say from a developer perspective, they were wanting to funnel us back into the old zones. So putting us in Palace of the Dead wasn't going to do that for us. They needed us to go back to the ARR zones so we could just make it feel full, lively. So I understand why they did it. As far as the execution goes, because I don't know if we're going to talk about Blue Mage here now.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, we've got 10 minutes.
So going into the execution part of it, I think what I've been hearing a lot from the community is that you've created a job that you said was so overpowered that you didn't want us to bring us into things. Yet it's very difficult to do the solo stuff that you said was going to be the case. And then it's just not as destructive as we believed it was going to be. When I got onto Blue Mage, I had fun with it, but I was looking at it like I'm going to go into Shiva and solo it by the skin of my teeth like I do on a red mage. I can go in at 70 and I can do that pretty handily. But Blue Mage would give me a little bit of a fight, but I would still have the abilities to block some shots, do some things. And it just doesn't have that same feel to me. You still have to get a group of people. You still have to... the farming abilities, I think, is great. And then when I've seen from the Mass Carnival, which I'm not complete with it yet, but I've seen like once you know the formula, you can just kind of explode on some monsters and be done with it. I think they're still playing with it. I think there's still room to grow, and I don't think it's a bad job. But I think, again, we had expectations set up maybe from the videos or the way they described why it was not unlimited, not a regular job. That doesn't really line up with the way that our expectations came with it.
Yeah. For me, it's like I love the building component and being able to kind of go crazy. But you're right, it does not have this power fantasy outside of Bristle, Toad Oil, Self-Destruct. Like if it had a re-raise, and I would highly suspect that we could see that ability coming out of the level 60 dungeons because guess who has a re-raise?
Yeah, the
Like I would call it a cherubim, the statue angel that we've also seen in this trailer. You know, for Shadowbringers.
Kuribu. I believe.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
Kuribu.
Oh man, I forget. I'm glad I bring on people who are smarter than me.
I used to
Lore
joke
book.
about calling it Karibo.
So it's like there is that like predication when you think of like, oh my gosh, they've already made 128 abilities. This is just a small sample set of 50. And I very much look forward to the expansion of it, as well as the addition of additional limited jobs so that it can end up rounding out interesting perspectives. The question, though, it boils down to everything here. I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit. Is the rewards? What's the point of doing it beyond the fun? Because if like at some point like, oh, this was fun, but then it ends up being like, well, we're just not having much fun right now.
Well, that's Brian. Good.
What,
Philip Allen just donated $25.
Well, thank you, Philip, so much. Oh my gosh, dude. Thank you very much for the support. You distract me. Well, it's fine because this is a different kind of... Oh, we got a trailer, guys. I think this is the trailer that they've shown off already. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry. I'm going to go ahead and actually toss it right here so we can go with, I think, this setup. So we should be able to get a little bit more screen stuff. So they say Saturday. It's the schedule.
I don't think we'll see a character creation for Viera until the benchmark, which will be a little bit later.
That's smart. Yeah, didn't even think about the benchmark.
Well, yeah, the benchmark. Like it's kind of funny because like when you think of the 2-year cycle, you forget these things. Benchmark. Oh man, this is they're showing off some 5th anniversary stuff right now. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm gonna mute down. There we go. So it's so fascinating when you think about it, how it all breaks down. Benchmark. You also still have Japan, so for revealing various things for Japan and how that's going to play out. Then you're going to have probably a media kind of event where especially because I think the battle system changes no matter what they say until people can go hands-on with it are going to stress people out. Like I remember how many people were just destroyed and upset about White Mage only to find out it was epically epic.
Oh, that's what's happy.
Yeah, it's. I've seen this Vidoc, which is really cool. So, what are your thoughts? What beyond what obviously saving Viera? Are they going to show some more screenshots today or something like that?
They better.
Well, we'll see an in-game model. I think we'll see a Viera walking around somewhere.
Oh yeah, oh, you said in game. Never mind. I was thinking probably some cosplay. I would venture to bet now that Fran
that too. But no, I expect a Viera in maybe if they show off an area like Rauga's Reach. I bet they'll zoom out so you don't notice it at first, and then move the camera. It's like, oh look, it's a Viera! Woo!
What kind of shirt is Yoshi-P wearing today?
Ooh.
If it's going to be dancer, I hope it's something to do with fans or something weird.
He just wears a tutu. He just comes out full ballerina.
He just dives into it.
That's it. Full ballerina outfit.
Just come as a flamingo dancer.
I like it.
Heck yeah.
I don't know about the shirt. We talk about the Viera. There's a second panel, I think, right after the keynote with it was a character designer
developer panel. Yeah. So there's the developer panel, and then I think there's a live letter tomorrow, bright and early, as well. So this weekend's going to be Final Fantasy XIV.
I think one of the panels will also support some of the Viera art in that, and I think we'll get some leaks, some pictures from that. They can't make the panels dead, obviously. Say again?
Are we thinking we're going to see a version of the male Viera?
I hope so. I really hope so.
It's small and cute.
Small and cute. I've heard varied opinions about this, whether we get small cute bunny boys, big chungus, big fat guys. I'm looking for some buff rabbit dudes.
Rabbit males.
I want it to be small but buffish. Not like Lalafell chubby, but
this big, and he's like my Goobu friend over here, something like that.
I just want him to be small, so it's the opposite of Aura. So instead of having the big male and the small females, you've got the big females and then the small little bunny.
Man, I'm wondering also because wasn't it last time the second one where we got the expansion of the trailer? So we had the trailer and that's when they kind of reveal. Are we going to see them in the trailer reveal more of the world map?
Maybe.
Possibly. I don't know that we'll get
we're expanding
too much
into
world
Garlemald. The rumor is that, or the obvious thing is last time we went to Garlem, we went to Alamingo, and it's like, okay, yeah, and then we went to Doma, and so we got to see more of the world. And so there's Garlemald up there, or are we going off world? Like, is there a twist? Is there a shocker? Is there there's so many ways the story could go. And that's one of the most exciting things about it right now. I think, obviously, and I talked about this on Aether Radio, but for anybody who didn't check that out, the raid story hit me and got me way more interested than the first part. I'm hoping the second part in part 2 for the conclusion of Stormblood really hits hard, really gets in and just goes in because the raid was so amazing. What's I haven't talked to you yet about it, Ruby, but what's your thoughts on the rate? From 4.5, we've got about 4 minutes. What are your what did 4.5? Is that enough content? Did it live up to what you were wanting to see over the as we wait for Shadowbringers?
I think the 24-man raid is fantastic. I love it, but I'm also a huge Final Fantasy Tactics / Final Fantasy 12 fan, so it hits me in a good lore spot. So I'm a big fan, and I think the mechanics are really well done in the 24-man raid. That's, I think, where 4.5 shines. The rest of the content to me is, we talk about story, and I'm not going to do spoilers here, but it stops. The story just kind of stops. So there's not big cliffhanger, and then we're going to have another big cliffhanger. It's just nothing. And then big cliffhanger is what we hope going into 5.0. So that was a little lackluster for me. But is it enough content? Yelta and I on Gather Together, we have a catchphrase. It's called the Vast Wasteland. And that's what you get between the 0.5 patch and before an expansion. And you got to do something to fill it up. And usually Yoshida seems to fill it up with giving you a little extra stuff, a little more and more, make things easier, just to kind of pat it down as you go into it, drop the rails on some things, just let you go hog wild. So maybe we'll see that with Eureka nerfs, nerfs to other content, whatever else, but more buffs to jobs or something like that. Beyond that, I think some people are already bored out of their mind, and that's the problem. If you're already bored out of your mind at this point, you need to go play. There's lots of games that are coming out.
Go play Kingdom Hearts.
Go play Kingdom Hearts for 10 minutes on crowd mode. Yeah, whatever you need to do to fill up that time, because you're going to burn out. We don't have a diadem to goof around with like we did before. There's really nothing other than Eureka. You've got Eureka.
By the way, you guys think Diadem's going to be announced today or next?
That's right. Diadem 3 is coming back.
Yeah, Diadem is going back in 5.0.
Yeah, I think we're going to see more system and content announcements.
Yeah. So
we've got. The keynote will be starting any minute here, guys. So how this is going to work is we will have the audio playing through, and I'll toss to either this screen so you can kind of see us here, or just if when the trailer's playing, I'm going to mute us, and then we'll go from there. I mute us as best as I can without muting the stream, so that way we get that interaction, and then we'll be talking through the keynote, giving our thoughts in real time as well.
It'll start in 1 minute.
Yeah. So here something's happening. Oh, maybe less than.
I'll start now.
I like the music. You can see people gathering. This is so exciting. Oh, I love FanFest.
I also love England. It's 9 a.m. in the morning, and instead of getting brighter, it's actually getting darker.
Merry old England.
Merry old. It's Ruby and I are from Texas, so it's and
it is
bright
pitch dark.
Freaking early, man.
Yeah, I want to go put the light on, but at the same time, I know as soon as I put the light on, the sun will be like, yeah.
So man, I'm so excited. So if they open with the trailer, guys, we will. Can I mute this? I can mute me. So what we might do, guys, is because I can mute me from the stream, I'll mute myself, and then you guys just be quiet. If something amazing happens, try not to blow it, because I want to make sure that everybody has the opportunity.
I'll scream when something appears.
Well, if they freaking announce Xbox, which I doubt that's ever going to happen, but I'm never going to give up hope. I doubt and have hope it's this weird inner conflict. I'm just for the love of of freaking the 12, man. Bring it to Xbox. Bring it to Xbox.
That would be huge.
It would be a huge announcement. It would be a really good win for especially a lot of people who can only really afford one console.
Brian, do you think they've got the resources though?
To bring it to, it's just called print to Xbox, like on your drop-down menu. It's a Xbox runs Windows. This runs, the game is already built for Windows. That's why Final Fantasy XI came to Xbox 360, because 360 is as close to Windows. So it was basically, for them, they had a Windows version. It was really easy to port that over. And if it ends up bringing in more subscribers, it's a justification of money. So it's like, how much does that actually cost for testing of the platform? If it delayed, let's say, I would say don't bring it to Xbox if for any reason it delayed a patch by a month. Like, you can't have that. You can't sit here and say, well, we were on a 3-month schedule, now we're on a 4-month, because Xbox would be like, no, it's awful. That's not acceptable.
Right, because they'd have to make sure that Microsoft accepts the patches straight away, like Sony does.
Yeah, and that's, I think, essentially, I don't think the issue is crossplay. I don't think the issue is the servers. I think it's the issue of what's the patching and social structure, because you can't have it. They have to get it day and date. Now, it's up to, like, both Microsoft said they want it, both Yoshi-P has said they want it. Basically, it's like they both want a date, but I don't know what, like, maybe their father's still in the middle. I don't know. Like, no, we gotta wait. But Shadowbringers is the perfect time to make it happen. If it's not at launch at Shadowbringers, like, I think they could even do it where, hey, go and download it to, like, pre-order today, and then you get Shadowbringers, but you can start playing today, because guess what? It's, it's live. You have all this content.
Live now.
Man, that I will. Oh my gosh, like, guys, if I scream and wake up my kids, I'll mute me, and you guys got to carry the show. You got to carry the show.
If I scream and wake my kid, my wife is not going to be happy.
No, my wife will not be happy either. But, like, yeah. Oh, okay. Things are happening. I'm so excited. In this special episode of Casually Hardcore, I'll have to see if I can't download this, toss this up in iTunes. People will be really confused.
I'm like, oh my god, look at those graphics! So they're like, what?
It's just like, it changes, and I'm just like, I love the 16-bit art style with the characters. I would love, personally, adorable. Like, when we talk about 14 for Switch, like, go cloud, or just do a single-player story in the Octopath Traveler telling Final Fantasy XIV story.
Nintendo has done some trademark with that Octopath. I forget what they name it, but it's something where that style, they've named it, or they've trademarked it or something like that.
It's
and I think
beautiful.
we're going to see a lot more games in that style.
It's beautiful. They got, bring me 6, man. Give me Final Fantasy 6 remastered, not that crap iOS port that they did. Oh, man, I'm still upset about that. 6 is my favorite game.
6 is amazing.
Like, I did a top 5 just like over on my personal channel, but it was 6, 14 Heaven's Word, 12, Final Fantasy 4, and then Final Fantasy Tactics are my top 5. Man, it was.
Talented information would be good as well with the whole crafting stuff.
Yeah.
Also, is it me, or does the little 3D symbols look a little 90s?
Yeah.
No,
they look like
it looks really cool.
I like
What if they just pull out like a freaking like curveball and be like VR?
Well, they teased VR
before. They teased it before.
They've got a build working where you could walk around Costa, and you could also fight Titan in VR.
Yeah.
So,
like, oh, man,
and then they decided to scrap that and go pervy for some reason.
I wonder if we're gonna ever see like a redesign of the starting zones with flying. I know that it's a question that usually gets asked every fan.
I don't think we'll ever see it.
I think if we get a calamity, go ahead, Paul.
The easiest way to do that is to destroy the zones and rebuild them.
Yeah, that's the smartest way.
Or the only way, or maybe we'll get them in the zones, but we won't get them in the zones.
Yeah.
They'll go like Final Fantasy XI, where we go back in the past and then we visit the old versions of the zones.
Sometime, guys. I'm gonna turn this up. I'm gonna mute, if it goes to the trailer, I'm gonna mute me, and then you just guys be quiet.
shivers. I have actual shivers.
Oh, I got cheers.
I
Like my. Oh wait, is this the dates?
Release date.
It's July 2nd. I said yes,
July 2nd.
yes.
Nice.
4th of July weekend. It's a freaking holiday. Early access, I guess maybe a couple days before. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, Minfilia
Unless that is early
confirmed.
access.
Oh my gosh, that looks insane. And then it was they saying like Matoya, like they called
Called her
is she
out.
the new Matoya?
I think I'm looking at a lot of past because you know you got Minfilia, you've got Urion J with his old school outfit.
Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
Dude, my heart
His
is
eyes look
beating.
normal to me.
My heart is beating like crazy. Yes. Oh, I love the outfit.
I'm calling it now. Okay, the small gunplay will be part of special edition.
Oh my goodness, guys.
So where's my Final Fantasy VIII 24-man raid?
That looks more like Lightning's outfit. But
My name is Naoki Yoshida, producer and director of Final Fantasy 14.
no, it's just teasing it expired. It's not confirmed yet.
I can't speak English.
Yeah.
I need help. Who called? Koji!
Koji.
Oh man,
come on,
that effort though that effort from the trailer with the fighting was dude, that was insane.
さあ、ファンフェスティバルいよいよスタートです。
Koji
長
should
ら
just
くお
come
待
out.
たせしました。
Thank you for waiting. Let's begin the Final Fantasy Fan Festival.
I like how Sparta says Gunblade
ト
confirmed.
レ
Like,
ーラー第2弾ご覧いただきました。いかがでした
So everyone, how was our new extended teaser trailer?
oh, I loved it so much.
さあ、
Literal
では
shivers.
このファンフェスティバルヨーロッパ僕の基調講演からスタートしたいと思います。
All right, so without further ado, let's begin the keynote address.
まずは当然キーノートですから皆さん今ご覧いただいたシャドンブリンガーズの最新情報をお
This would be the
届けした
recap.
い
This
と
would
思
be
い
the
ます。
what we
Guys,
talked
this is
what
our
we've
keynote
announced.
address. As you know, we're here
Yeah.
today to bring you some of the
Last
latest
time in the story.
information on the upcoming expansion Shadowbringers.
ではまずトレーラーの最後で発表になりました発売日です。
And at the end of the trailer, you saw our first bit of new info, the official release date.
See, I thought they were going to bring out the CEO to force him to announce the date.
僕たち開発チームに
Yeah.
辛い瞬
Well,
間
that
な
might
ん
be
ですが
another reveal a little later.
7月
Yeah,
2日に
I highly
シャドーブリンガ
suspect
ー
that.
正式サービス開始となります。
For those of us who have to work on the game, this is a little bit tough for us, but we're releasing it on July 2nd.
No
Yeah,
excuse.
I was thinking July. I was thinking it because just from
皆さん
early
が気になる
summer.
アーリーアクセスとか予約特
I was
典にも
expecting end June, early
触れていきたいと思い
July.
ますので後ほど情報をご覧ください。
But all you here are probably now wondering, when does early access begin, and what do I get by pre-ordering?
Let me know
Well, we
if
will
Senior, if
bring
that's
that
better.
later in the keynote.
では早速基調講演始めますが一番最初気になる情報何ですか
All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about some of the exciting new features in Shadowbringers, but what do you guys want to know first?
They want to know about the Gunblade, and as he's looking at it, like, yeah, like, well, of course you want to know about the Gunblade.
More Viera.
It's a
I'm
DPS
こちらです
And this is
that
our-
everybody
It's a
just like
healer.
greatest
Healer.
healer. Oh, dude, if it was a healer, it'd be sick.
Healers must DPS.
I gotta shoot you with my gun to heal you.
Healing bullets.
We know about multiple new jobs. Oh man,
Like multiple new jobs.
先ほど
Oh my god.
Call it
トレーラー
seed.
で
I like how they show the samurai and the red
活躍していた
mage.
こ
Be
の
like,
サンクレットそれから僕の衣装
Turn
こ
your
れ
voices
で大
down.
体
It's
心
too
情がお分
loud.
かりいただけますよね
All right, so you all saw in the trailer what Thancred was wearing and doing, and you can see from what I'm wearing, you probably have a good idea
here we go.
what the new
Let me know
job
if that's
will entail.
better. Dark.
ではいきなりですがジョブの新しいジョブの動画からご覧いただこうと思います
All right, so to introduce it, we have
Love
prepared
you
a
too,
special
Doc.
video full of exclusive
Hey,
footage.
no problem.
Roll it.
This is live, so typically I play whatever. Okay, footage, guys.
No, we just get that picture again.
I like the music. Uh-oh. Something happened. Okay.
Is that Viera?
Yeah. Viera. No, not Viera. Sorry. I was thinking Mikote. But I wonder if we'll see Viera in this.
That looks like a new area, though. No, it might be Fanarak, maybe.
That's a new enemy.
Oh.
Armored armadillo.
Armadillos! Hard on the outside, soft in the middle.
With the Gunblade, you think it's got range and obviously the ability to get up close and personal. What I hope to see is that jobs can play multiple roles. Like, give me the ability to set my Gunbreaker.
Gunbreaker.
I like the name much better than Gunblade.
Yeah. And our first job coming to Shadowbringers is the Gunbreaker.
Gunbreaker. I wonder if he's gonna say DPS and then say nah, tank. I bet he trolls. I bet he trolls.
So what I am currently wearing is Thancred's Gunbreaker gear, but what you all be wearing is what you see here.
Ooh, that looks cool.
I do like it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Little ammo belt.
気になるガンブレーカーの特徴を少しご紹介していきましょう。
So now let's
Starts
talk
at level
a
50 is
little
my
bit
guess.
about what
60.
the job actually
You
entails.
think 60?
Probably
60.
I hope 50.
さあ、ガンブレーカーのロールなんでしょ
The
So first
roll.
off, let's start off with the job's role. What is it?
Delete machinist.
Healer.
Healer.
う？ヒーラー
Somebody call it.
ヒーラ
Yeah.
ーナイスジョーク。
That weapon looks amazing. Nice joke.
ロールです。
Yes! Tank. He didn't troll. He didn't troll.
What they did, Joe said.
ナイト、戦士、暗黒騎士に続く第4のタンク、それがガンブレーカーです。
The Gunbreaker will be our fourth tank after Paladin, Warrior, and Dark Knight.
It's gonna be interesting to see how that all balances out with each other.
I think it's going to be more DPS like.
当然、メインウェポンはガンブレードになります。
And as I mentioned earlier, the Gunbreaker's main weapon will be the Gunblade.
実はこのガンブレー
Nice
ド
weapon.
今までファイナルファンタジー14に登場してきたガレマール帝国のガンブレードとは違います。
But this Gunblade, however, will be different from those that have appeared in Final Fantasy as to date. Different from the ones that the Garlean Empire uses.
ファイナルファンタジー8から登場した FF シリーズオリジナルのデザイン
Bring
に
in the junction
忠実に
system.
制作が進んでいま
PFs
す。
for
The
everyone.
design for this the Gunbreaker's Gunblades will be closer to that used in Final Fantasy VIII.
Thank God. I need some 8 love in this game.
Yeah.
銃として
Not
使
just
うというより
in the
は
game, but like,
切る
you
瞬間
know.
にトリガーを引いてその攻撃力を高めるというタイプのガンブ
Wouldn't
レ
it
ー
be
ドに
funny
な
if
っ
they
てい
were
ます
like, he talked
Instead
about
of
putting
using
Final
the
Fantasy
Gunblade
games.
to fire projectiles, it will be used to deal slashing damage while pulling the trigger and enhancing the sword during the clash. Like that.
You have to hit the R1 button every time you hit as a tank.
That would be interesting.
エクストラジョブなので対応するクラスはありません。
Because it is
doesn't
an
shoot
extra
bullets,
job, they
but
will
just
have
use
no
pressurizer
associated
there.
class.
Yeah.
漆黒のヴィランズの
Oh,
権利
you're
を所
right.
有していて
60.
It's good.
いずれか
I
のレベル
I still like that 50, but
すぐにで
Well,
も
it's
使用
because
可能
the
です。
20
level
levels.
cap's
Players
going
will
up.
have to
Throw it
fulfill
up,
two
Ryan.
conditions
I
to
know it's
become a
going up.
Gunbreaker. The first is you must have purchased and installed Shadowbringers, and the second is you must have leveled at least one character to level 60.
Okay.
あ、ちなみに予定です。
At least
And
20
the
levels.
starting
20
level
levels,
is
not horrible.
60, but that's still tentative.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's still room. They can
続い
change that.
てではバトルの
As
イ
long
メ
as they
ー
don't
ジ
change
に
it to 70.
行こうかなと思います。
All right, so next let's learn a little about the battle design for this new job.
当然ですが、このガンブレードを使った斬撃がメインの攻撃になります。
So Gunbreakers will be using their blades to
Really?
engage the
Engage
targets
targets directly
directly
and shot.
and deal slashing damage.
それから先ほどトレーラーの中でもサンクレットが、途中で弾丸を装備してました。
In the trailer, you saw how during the battle, Thancred loaded his weapons with magic ammunition.
その魔力を込めた弾丸を敵を攻撃した瞬間に炸裂させることで
Tank too.
いろいろな効果を発揮します。
The slashing damage is then enhanced by this magic ammo.
So it seems machinist in a way, right?
It's a lot like machinist,
マダ
you
ン
know.
そのものを発動することで、アビリティを使えるジョブになっています。
Yeah, no
That
TP.
magic ammo can also be unleashed to execute abilities.
このガンブレーカーという新しいジョブ、グリダニアからジョブクエストがスタートします。
Britannia. That's an
And we're
interesting place to
currently planning
start.
this job to start in
Oh yeah, you
Gridania.
can get schools outfit already. Forgot about that.
ですので、
So-
皆さん、シャドーブリンガーズを手に入れた瞬間、条件を満たしていれば、グリダニアですぐにガンブレーカーを解放して、ガンブレーカーの状態でシャドーブリンガーズのメインシナリオを攻略することが可能です。
And because this job will be available immediately after purchasing Shadowbringers, all you need to do is go to Gridania if you've met those two conditions met before, and you can start and play through the Shadowbringers content as a Gunbreaker.
But you got to get to 70.
多少
Yeah, I
これ
would
でイメー
have
ジが
guessed
できたと
Gridania
思い
either.
ます。
All right, so now I think you've got a little bit better feel about what the Gunbreaker job is.
先ほど冒頭で止まってしまった動画をもう一度ご覧いただこうかなと思います。
So let's take a look, one more look
Yeah.
at the
They
trailer
did that
we
last
showed
time
you
with Red
before.
Mage.
Hopefully this time
Now
we
you
won't
can
stop
have
at
an
the
idea.
beginning.
Oh, and thank you guys for the 21 thumbs up. Really appreciate that.
Roll the footage.
I'm torn. I like tanks. This is great. So, do I take my summoner through the story, or do I get caught up on Gunbreaker? What do you guys think?
I'll wait until I've leveled up.
You're
yeah,
gonna
I
wait?
need to have to do reviews.
I'm more of a DPS anyway, so I like, I don't want to screw everybody up with my bad tanking on a new job.
Yeah, it's like, let me learn. Yeah, we're getting Viera, Dankbeard.
And maybe Wolf Race. I still feel like that rumor might be true. Either it was scrapped early on, or
What rumor, sorry?
there was a rumor a long time ago when Viera was leaked
Yeah.
that there was another race called based on wolves, I think.
Well, there's the wolf race, or there was also the it's the lion race from 10.
Yeah.
And if they,
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very
Ronso,
much.
if they brought in
Ronso.
Ronso, I would have a hard
では
time
ここ
not
から
switching.
最初の
Oh,
一つ目
features.
の新
Is
情
this
報を
the?
発
Please
表
don't be
し
the
ましたの
recap.
で
Just new stuff, man.
ファンフェスで
Recap's
公開
fine
され
for
た内
people
容
who
を
haven't
振り
seen
返
it.
りつつ
They gotta pad it a
途
little
中に
bit.
新しい情報
Well,
を
they've got half an hour
入れなが
extra,
ら
so it's only
視聴
fair
講演
that
を
there's a
進
little
めて
bit
い
of
き
a
たいと思い
And
ます。
announcements.
All right, so now that we've taken a look at our new job, let's take a look back at some of the information that we revealed in Las Vegas while adding some new info into it. When
Oh,
we
cool.
can.
There we go.
Yay!
Hello, it's me.
Recap plus.
Here's your new game plus right here. Recap plus.
Recap plus,
This is
baby.
what they
2
made.
キロあるんでちょっとね置いていいかな。
That's
Yoshi
2
loves his
kilos.
gunblade so much. You can tell.
Well, I'm glad they did this because they did it for Samurai, and then we never really saw it.
あ
Take it off him because it's
ファイ
scared.
ナルファンタジー
Gunblades
シリー
here
ズ
at the
の
house, by the
ヒ
way,
ーローっ
so.
て
Yeah, I have
年が若いじゃないですか。
So yeah, most all Final Fantasy heroes, they're all young, right?
I'm 45 old.
Young at heart.
How old's
俺
Thancred?
ガンブレーカーになれない。
You can't be a real
He's an old
Gunbreaker?
man.
No.
さあではダイジェストを交えながら新情報もね、挟みつついきますので、
We
ぜひ
can't be a
最後
real
までリラッ
dancer.
クスして、聞いていただけると嬉しいです。
All right, so let's move on to the new info as well as the digest. Sit back and relax and enjoy the keynote.
それでは最初まずストーリーからですね。
All right, so let's start with the story.
What waits the Liberator?
メインストーリーはパッチ 4.5 パート1まで進みました。ついに先端が開かれたガレマール帝国と
So this is the
ヨルゼア同
themes
盟軍
for the
その
story.
勝負の行方はそして暗躍するアシエンたち、それらいろいろなものが今渦巻いている状態です。
So, a lot has happened in part 1 of patch 4.5, with the main story taking us to the front lines of the battle between the Allied armies and the Garlean Empire. And of course, we cannot forget the Ascians and what they're planning.
あ、おっと、もうみんなパッチ 4.5 のメインストーリーやってきたよ。
Everybody's done patch 4.5 main story, right?
If you're at FanFest in Paris and you
スポイ
have
ラーになって
not,
も大丈夫？
spoiler
Some
alert.
spoilers, it's okay, right?
一方、暁の決命はアリゼまで、倒れ
He
る
said spoilers,
事態となり、
it's
すべ
fine.
て
That's how it
の
works.
その運命は皆さん光の戦士に委ねられる状態となりました。
All right, however, we all saw
No
what
spoilers,
happened to Alize. Now the fate of the realm lies in the hands of the warrior of light.
この後 5.0 の冒険がどこへ向かうのか、すべてはパッチ 4.5 パート2にその秘密が隠されています。
Where will the story take them, and what new adventures wait in 5.0? All will be revealed in patch 4.5 part 2.
Yes.
ちなみにヨーロッパの皆さんって5.0の舞台ってどこだと思ってるんですか？予想。
So, everybody here, where do you think
Off-world.
expansion 5.0 will take the Warrior of Light?
That trailer feels like the past to me.
It feels like it's a whole other shard.
Moon! The moon!
We're going to the world of Final Fantasy 11.
ムーンは 7.0 だな。
Maybe that's 7.0.
Well, you should have showed it last
今世界
expansion
中
if
で
you
い
didn't want
ろ
us
ん
to
な
go
予
to the
想
moon,
をしてい
Yoshi.
ただいてると思います。
A lot of people have been
We're going to
speculating
Mars
about this
instead.
very thing.
ではその冒険世界の一端ではありますが、新しいフィールドからその謎にまた迫ってみたいと思います。
We
love
can't
the
tell
art.
you exactly where they are, but we're going to talk a little bit about some new areas for 5.0.
拡張パッケージといえば新たな冒険世界が広がります。すでにお伝えした通り、漆黒のヴィランズでも非常に広大な新規エリアが追加されます。
So with every expansion, one thing we can always expect is massive new areas, and in that respect, Shadowbringers will not disappoint.
今日はその広大なフィールドから2カ所
I also want to see Thavnair.
動画も交えて
I
お
love
伝えしていきたいと思います。
Right? Today we're going to bring
beautiful.
you all new information on 2 of these areas.
I really like the one on the right. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
これまでの
The rainbow
冒
kind
険
of
世界とは一味異なる新しいフィールドをご覧ください。
All right, these 2 areas are very unique and very different from what we've seen in Final
These are the
Fantasy
two new
XIV up until
Eureka
now.
zones.
一つ目はラケティカ大森林という場所になります。
The first is the Rak'tika Greatwood.
では動画
I
を
like
ウォ
how
ークスル
people
ー
are
用意
like,
してあり
get
ます
this
の
out of the way.
で
It's
そちら
like,
を
this is our reaction to it. You
To give you a better idea
can
of
watch
the
the
area,
thing
we've prepared
without
some
us
exclusive footage.
if you want, 3.
Roll the video.
It's no offense to us.
Then we guess they're going to show some
Here,
areas.
we'll do this. Boom.
This is beautiful. A lot of bunnies.
Love it.
A lot of bunnies here.
And dwarves.
Look at that mount.
Oh wow, that's a cool mount.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the tank. That's the tank mount. Cool, isn't it?
Oh, that looks awesome.
It's got a little jam to it. I like that
Yeah.
song.
The music already is popping.
That music's good.
The music is freaking on point, man.
It's so good.
Oh gosh. It's like take my money for the soundtrack. Oh gosh, that was great. That was fantastic. That was fantastic.
Yeah, I'll
時
call
計
that as the
サウンドディレクタ
Gunbreaker
ー時計
achievement
の
mount. You're
新
right
し
there.
い BGM いいね。
Yeah, that's the latest composition from our sound director, Soken. Pretty
Bravo,
good, right?
Soken. Bravo. Bravo, Soken.
ただ5日前にできたばっかり。
That song was completed, what, 5 days ago?
5 days. I believe it.
さあいかがだったでしょう、このラケティカ大森林。
Right,
今までそうですね、ファイナルファンタジー14に登場してきた森とはかなりまたデザインの違った森林になってます。
All right, so how was it? As you can see, the forest is very different than anything we've seen so far in Final Fantasy XIV.
非常に巨大な木に覆われたエリアになっていて、この高い木と地面のこの間をフライングするっていう変わった地域になってます。
So,
It's this big.
massive trees, towering sentinels create a canopy
Man, I'm disappointed it's only
far
that
from
big.
the forest floor. The flying mounts will go in between that canopy and the floor.
トレーラーにも実は出てたシーンがあるんですが、まあこれが今
Yeah, we've seen this
ウォークスルーにあ
image
った
before.
スクリーンショットですね。
All right, so first off here you see this was the screenshot of something that was in the walkthrough.
でもう一枚、
Yeah, this is live, Lewis.
さっきさ、なんだろうこう。
I mean, these new zones look
先
amazing.
生
What do they
術師
call
み
it?
たいなウリエンジェと
Rak'tika.
黒
Makes me
魔
think
法師み
Redanian.
たいなヤシトラが
Sound like you said a bad word.
こうなんか燃え
Yeah,
て
it did sound like bad words.
So maybe you recognize this kind of looks like what we saw in that first trailer, the first teaser trailer, that when there was an an Urianger who looked like he might have been an astrologian, and then maybe a Y'shtola who looked like she might have job changed to Black Mage. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe she's a conjurer. Old school.
Old school.
Yeah, but Urianger called Y'shtola Master Matoya.
Yep, I heard that. She's the new Master Matoya, or
But yeah, right here,
would
this
say
is
she's the new
probably
one.
where they were engulfed in those flames.
ただもう燃え尽きた後だから、さてあのトレーラーはいつの出来事なのか
Maybe Matoya's
また
the
ちょっと気になりますね。
But
Yeah.
as you can see here, it's already
Yeah,
been
maybe.
burned. So the question is then, when did those events in the trailer happen?
when?
このラケティカ大森林、先ほどウォークスルートレーラーでご覧いただきましたが、木の上に町ができていたりします。
All right, and as you saw in the trailer before, you saw that the cities within Rak'tika are located up in the trees.
そしてここの森にはとある種族がたくさん住んでいます。
Also, Rak'tika is home to some unique residents.
Yes. If they show them in game, we'll just switch over to the monitor at that point.
Hoppity.
OK、
Show us
次
the
のエリア
wolves.
に行きま
All
し
right,
ょ
let's move on to the
That's
next
what we wanna
area.
では続いては妖精の国イルメグという地域の、トレーラーをご覧いただこうと思います。
I'd
All
love
right,
to see the
so our
world of
next,
ruin, Gray.
area is the realm of the Pixies, Mheg, and we've prepared
realm?
footage as well.
Oh, more footage.
Let's
Sweet.
take a look.
All right, cool. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
Holy crap.
Not what I expected.
Holy
It's a bit
crap.
like the,
Oh my gosh. Holy crap. That's the meme. Brian just says holy crap over and over again. Oh, this is so amazing. Oh my gosh.
Is it the Shire?
It feels shirey. The realm of the Pixies. The music, holy crap.
I like the vocal. In both songs, there's a vocal.
Ah. Is this the new Azim step for me?
this is better than Step.
Oh my gosh, the feels.
So this is why your rainbows are there. This is a magical place.
It is. I think this feels so fantasy. I love the leaning in fantasy and dragons and
So
things like
much
that.
light though. It really is.
It's very bright, very bright. Oh man, yes.
Scholar pet confirmed. Another fairy, maybe. I don't know.
That would be sick.
イルメグという全く今までのこちら
Oh
の
God, Lord, I better not be able to pronounce that.
Oh,
非
Mheg.
常にファンタジーあふれる
I love Mheg.
Damn it, Mheg.
And as you saw, the new area will be Mheg, the realm of the
Mheg.
Pixies. It has a very overwhelmingly fantasy feel to it, very different than what we've seen in Final Fantasy XIV.
Mwah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love it.
screw,
え
yes,
ーこの
very highly
エリア
budget,
は
right? Screw Ishgard
非常に
housing.
い
I
たず
want らが大 housing
好
in
き
the
な
Shire.
妖精
Fairy
たち
I mean, I'm a
そ
Lala
そ
for
れから
Moria
ピクシー
Hobbit,
が
so
住まう
Mheg.
場所になってます闇の戦士になる皆さんがどういう運命でこの場所へ行きどんな冒険をするのかぜひ想像してお待ちください
So, what type of tribe are the Pixies? They're very, they're kind of tricksters. They will bring lots of strange things, I think, to the
Okay.
Warrior of Darkness's adventures. And so, we're going to find out in future updates a little bit more about this area and what it will bring to the story.
多分モーグリほどは意地悪し
Show
ない
us
ん
the
じゃない
Pixies.
かな
Not as much a pain in the ass as the Moogles. Maybe.
Sylphs 2.0.
まあちょっとスクリーンショットもご紹介しまし
So
ょう
let's take a
Well, remember,
look at some
Eleven had
screenshots.
pixies as well.
妖精王という妖精たちの王がこの地域を支
Love
配
the
していま
colors.
す。まあまさにね、
Yeah.
そんな城が見えてま
Are
す。
those fairy
So
wings on
this
the
realm is
tower?
ruled
That's
by
what I
the
think it is,
Pixies
yeah.
regent, and this looks possibly like the castle or the
The
palace
fairy
where
version of Alexander there.
the Pixie
Yeah.
regent resides.
Yeah.
建物、フィールドの上にあるね、建物や集落
Architecture
自
is
体
really
も
nice.
今までとはかなり違ったデザインを心がけて
No, I see
制作
some
が
it
進んでいます。
awkward
And the
in the
design that you
house.
see used in these
I
residences
see it too now,
would be
thanks.
very different than anything you've ever seen.
では、 ここから
I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it
終わ
now.
りましたので、
Someone's excited.
次の情報をバーッとね、一気にいこうかなと思いま
Is
す。
that part
Alright,
of the
so now
Pixie
that we've
trick?
introduced the new area,
Something like that.
let's move back to the
Thanks,
digest
guys, for the 42
and
thumbs
recap
up.
some of the things that we've
Appreciate that.
revealed in the past.
All right, some more recap. Those zones
プ
are
レイヤーの
great.
皆さんのレベルキャップ
Level
が、
80
70から80に
Look
解
at
放
that
されます。
paladin gear.
全ジョブ、新たなアクションを習得しますし、クラフター
I
ギ
guess
ャザラー
that's
も同じように
machine
レベル80がキャップとなります。
I like it. I like the
And as we all
cowboy
know,
look on
the level
machines.
cap is
Oh,
being
yeah.
raised from 70
Smart.
to 80, and this
Yeah, I'll take that.
will include the addition of
I
all new
win.
actions for
I can leave the
all
stream now.
the jobs,
Bye.
including
You've done
disciples
your job.
of the land and hand.
そしてバトルシステムのメンテナンスも行われます。
We'll also be conducting some major battle system maintenance.
もの
Yes,
すごいアクションが増え
major.
てきてもう操作しきれないという状態だと思いますので、アクションをまた整理して
Oh
増
my
や
god,
したり、
Mac Sisters of
それか
Primal.
ら、北米のファンフェス
Kill
テ
the
ィバル
class
でも
system,
お話し
just
し
get
ま
rid
した
of
が
it.
例え
Just
ば
jobs.
TP が
They
サブジョブ
honestly,
など
Sub job
いろんな調整が入ります。
They want to get
For
rid of the
example,
class system
we know the
for
players
the
have a lot
longest
of
time.
actions, so we're going to be reevaluating those, maybe removing some of those actions and putting them together, as well as what we announced in Las Vegas about removing TP.
Yeah, TP's
Delete
gone.
rid of
今日この
fire.
場でいくつかま
Delete rid
た
of
お話ししようと思ったんですが、それだけで基調講演60分ぐらい使ってしまいそうだったので、別の機会にじっ
Gunbreaker,
くりお
Lewis.
話ししようかなと思います。
Yeah,
The original
Gunbreaker.
plan was to talk about some of those other things that we were going to be doing here, but because there is so much, it would have extended the keynote by at least an hour. So we're going to take that information and reveal it at a different time.
だいたい5月ぐらいにバトルだけに特化したプロデュースされたライブをやろうと思いますので、そちらまでお待ちいただけると
In about May, we hope to have a letter from the producer live that details all of the battle system maintenance features.
続いてダンジョンたくさんこちらも追加されます。一気に9つのダンジョンを追加する予定です。
Of course, we cannot forget our new dungeons. At the launch of Shadowbringers, there will be 9 new dungeons.
Hey.
すでに
They've said
ほ
9.
とんどすべてのダンジョ
Yeah, I said that
ン、僕のチェックが終わりつつあります。制作順調に進んでいます。
I've finished my check on pretty much all 9 of the dungeons, and we're currently in the process of creating them.
そしてもちろんダンジョンだけではなく、高難易度レイドも新しいシリーズが始まります。
And of
Challenging
course,
new
then there's
high-end
the new
raids.
high-end raid series.
今日実はこれお話ししたかったんですが、非常に大きなネタがあってですね、それがちょっと間に合ってないので、日本のファンフェスまでこれはお待ちいただきたい。
We really,
Give us a
really
hint.
wanted to reveal this here today,
Oh.
but one very, very important part of it is still not finished, and so we had to delay the release until Tokyo.
I'm so sorry.
Bummer. No,
Not a big
raid
deal, but
info.
it could be.
非常にね、ま
Bruins!
たファイナルファンタジーシリーズらしいレイドを作っていこうと思いますので、こちらは日本ファンフェスまでお待ちください。
But we do plan to make it very exciting and have a very intense Final Fantasy feel, so please look forward to the announcement in Tokyo.
そしてクラフターギャザラーに向けて新しいエンドコンテンツがスタート
This
し
is
ます。
it's
And of course, we
interesting.
have the highly anticipated endgame content for our disciples of Land and Hand.
こちらは 5.0 だけではな
That's
く、パッチ 5.X シリーズ全体を通じてプレイヤーの皆さんの手で傷ついたイシュガルドを本当の町一つの国に復興させていくというコンテンツになっています。
But this content is not planned only for the launch 5.0, but we're going to be extending it and expanding it throughout the 5.x series. So the disciples of the Land in Hand can come together and rebuild and restore the Holy See of Ishgard.
もちろんストーリーラインも用意されていますので、
Comboing
皆さんが会い
actions
たいキャ
together
ラ
with
クターに
Sean
ま
would
た
be
会える
amazing.
かもしれ
That'd
ま
be
せん。
cool.
And of course, this
Oh,
won't
yeah, they
just
did
be doing
Gunbreaker
tasks,
Shadow.
it will
And
have
also
a
for those
storyline
asked about
attached to it.
guild ties,
So
it won't
maybe you'll
happen.
get to see some of those characters that you loved from Ishgard.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Better be.
はい。という新しいシステムも始め
So
ま
no
す。
Estidian then.
Right.
He said loved.
それからですね、5.0 で加わる
This isn't the
新しいシステム、フ
Oh,
ェイス
yeah.
があります。
And then
Trust.
next up is a new
Trust.
emphasis system
Here's
that we're
my
calling
boy,
the Trust
Kurian
system.
J.
このフェイスシステムはファイナルファンタジー11の北米だと同じね、トラスト 名前は似せてありますが、システム的には、仕様は
Look at
結構違い
Midfielder's
ます。
eyes.
So fans of Final Fantasy XI may recognize
A little bit,
the
they're
system
clearer to
name,
me.
Trust, but we'd like you to know that the Trust system that we'll be implementing into 14 is a little bit different from that one that's in Final Fantasy XI.
このフェイスシステムは主要 NPC たちと一緒に 5.0 シャドーブリンガーズに登場するダンジョンを攻略していけるという仲間たちと共闘が楽しめる新しいシステムになっています。
So the 14 trust system allows you to party up with some of the main NPCs from the Shadowbringers story and tackle those Shadowbringers dungeons together.
Yeah, and trust is only for
今日開発中
Shadowbringers.
のスクリーンショットを持ってきたので1枚だけで申し
Poured it
訳ない
into
ですが
the,
お見せしま
the
す。
game.
So I've brought a screenshot that's under development that provides a glimpse of what
It
we have
seems
so
odd to
far.
me. Like you'd want it for the old stuff to help you catch up. We'll see.
Yeah.
見えます
So tank, healer, DPS, and then you.
サンクレットタンクとしてガンブレーカーやってます。
Okay, so Thancred is our tank at Gunbreaker.
それからウリエンジェは先生術師としてヒーラーやってます。
And then we have our healer, Uriange, who is an astrologian.
ヤシトラやっぱり黒魔導士っぽいな。
And then we have
Wow.
Yasholi. She looks like a black mage.
She really does.
そしてすいません僕のキャラがいます。
And it's my
I
character.
think she's changing jobs.
Unless it's a new job.
I like the
まあ
cane
こうやってで
that
すね、フェイスシステムを使っ
they have with
て
each shoulder.
メインストーリー上に登場してくるダンジョン、仲間を連れていく仲間も選択することが可能です。
But players will be able to choose from these NPCs and more to help tackle those Shadowbringers dungeons.
もちろん
And
従来
more.
通りプレイヤーの皆さん同士でマッチングをして攻略することも可能です。
But of course, the existing party matching system is also not going anywhere.
ですので遊びの幅を広げる一人でね物語に没入したい場合はフェイス使ってもらってもいいですしみんなとね効率よくワイワイ今まで通り楽しくダンジョン攻略していきたい場合は普通にマッチングを使ってください。
So players of all play styles will have multiple options available when progressing in the stories. If you want to play solo by yourself, use the trust system. If you want to play with friends, use the matching system.
それから続いてまた新しいシステムのお話です。
And of course, here's our new
This
system
is
as
what I
well.
want to know more about.
こちら
This is
MMORPG では
the
非
weirdest
常に
thing to
変わったシステムとなります。現在のクエスト進行はそのままに過去のメインストーリーやジョブクエストそれから、クロニクルクエストをもう一度プレイし直せる。そしていつでもメインストーリーの現在の進行に戻ってこれるという非常に変わったシステムになっています。
MMO Plush.
And so with New Game Plus, this very, very unique feature, especially to an MMORPG, will allow players to replay past main story, past job quests, past chronicle quests at their current level with their current gear without affecting their current scenario progression. And when they're done, they can go back to the main scenario with nothing having changed.
Yes, 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 yes.
まあこれまでのね MMORPG には本当にな
Freaking
か
level
った
sync. Give me a
概
level
念。
sync.
ファイナルファンタジー14がねストー
This
リー
game
に
needs level
非常
sync
に
so bad.
力を
Give me
入
level
れて
sync in
るコンセプトの
Eureka.
一つだと
That's
考
where
え
it
ている
really
から
is.
生まれたシステムです。
So I
This
don't
is
do
something
it.
that, again, you're not going to see in many other MMORPGs. It's something very unique to Final Fantasy because we have such a story-rich game and we want to have players be able to experience that richness.
各種冒険録を使ってストーリーをスキップしてしまったプレイヤーもですねぜひこのシステムを使って後から、冒険を振り返ること可能になりますのでぜひ活用してみてください。
Even players that maybe missed a quest because they used the Tales of Adventure item can use this to go back and play those missed quests.
続いてはすでに準備が進んでいます。ワールドカンテレポパッチ 4.57 でリリ
Nothing
ース予定
really,
です。
nothing there. I wonder if we'll
Finally,
get
the
some more
dev team is
information.
working hard on the world visit system
So if you go back
and
to
is planning
2.0
on having it ready
quests,
for
then it
release by
lasts a
patch
year.
4.57.
これまで2013年8月にファイナルファンタジー14 R エルムリボーンがリリースされてからパーティー募集機能最初なかったんですよねこれ。
So yeah, if you remember back to A Realm Reborn when it was launched, we still didn't have that party finder.
その頃からやってるっていう人どれぐらいいます？
How many people were there back then? Remember that time?
結構いる。
I
あり
was
がとうござい
there.
ます。
Thank you very much.
Like, yeah.
その後ワールドカンパーティー募集が実装されました。
But after we added that party finder, the next thing we worked on was adding that cross-world play.
そしてこのワールドビジットシステムによっていよいよ皆さんの冒険はワールドを超えて他のワールドにまで及ぶことになります。
And now we've worked hard to break down those walls between world servers, and with World Visit, you can travel anywhere in the Final Fantasy XIV world.
ファイナルファンタジー14はゲームコンテンツだけでなく、
On your day,
そのシステムも絶えずこうやって進化させていこうと思ってます。これからのまだ未発表のねシステムもあります。ぜひご期待ください。
Again, Final Fantasy XIV is not about just adding new content, but adding new systems and improving the feel of the game and those systems. We have a lot more to announce as well, and we will be announcing that in future updates.
Oh, come on, guys.
ではそろそろね、もう知ってるよその情報っていうのばっかりだったので。
All right, so all of you are like, okay, yeah, we already know all that. Let's get to something new.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
what do you
yes.
show us?
ちょっとずつね。
Maybe give them a little bit more.
新しい蛮族ピクシーを紹介します。
Yeah, the Pixies.
All right, so let's first talk about our
Oh,
newest
that's
beast tribe,
exactly
the
what I
Pixies.
imagine them to look like.
こちら先ほどお話ししたイルメグに
In the
たくさん住んでい
land
る
of the Pixies,
妖精
that's
たち
where they live.
All right, as
Really?
I
I'm
mentioned before,
shocked.
the
I thought they were
Pixies
gonna
reside
come
in
from
the
Ishgard.
area that we showed before, Mheg.
見ての通り非常に魔法に長けた
Proficient
特徴
in
を
the
持ってい
arcane
ます
arts.
As you can see, they are extremely talented with magic.
そして先ほど言いましたモ
Architecture.
ーグリほどではないですが、いたずらが大好きです
Again,
Yeah,
they are
tricksters.
notorious for being rueful tricksters, but again, not as bad as the Moogles.
そしてですねこれまで 3.0 の冒険を思い出していただくとまあそこにいるコウジとね世界設定の小田がなんと
The
ドラゴ
man
ン
will
語
be a giant
発音まで
pixie.
ね全部作ってしまったその言語シリーズ第2弾ですねこのピクシーね
That's right. And so, just as was the case in 3.0, myself and Oda-san spent a lot of time creating the dragon language. And so,
There's
with the
Pixie
Pixies,
language.
we've also created a new language.
妖精語を操ります
And
Okay.
this is the language they will be using.
Faye.
作ったまた
Hey.
Yes, I made it.
Faye.
With Oda-san.
Wait. The scholar ability is Fey Win, isn't it, Yoa?
That's right.
Yep.
まあこちらアートですがスクリーンショットだとこんな感じですね
All right,
cool.
that was the art. This is what they will actually look like in game.
I really do hope scholars get a third
すっ
pet.
ごいいたずら
That'd
され
be
そう
nice.
ですね
Yeah, Pixie.
Yeah,
In
they're
the
going to give you a
fair.
bad
Yeah, I
time.
mean, they're going to level 80. It's about time.
まあ先ほどお話したイルメグに住んで自由気ままにね暮らしています果たしてね闇の戦士たちに協力してくれるのかどうかそれは皆さん次第です
All right, so yes, we mentioned before they live in Mheg. They are the tricksters. Whether they're going to help you or not is up to you.
そしてこのピクシーたちを
I
率い
think they'll some will
皆
heal
さん
as
の
well.
前におそらく立ちふさがることになる新しい万神
And of course, where there is a beast tribe, there is a primal.
Yes.
So let's take a look.
What is the fairy?
I'm hoping it's like a buffed up.
Eh.
Ooh.
妖精をティ
Titania.
ターニアと言います
This is Titania, their
Titania.
regent.
Beautiful artwork. Beautiful artwork. Oh my goodness.
I could have
Or,
called that because just the. Yeah.
Ooh,
That
万
looks
神
really
なの
fun.
かね
doesn't really look like a primal.
Oh well.
I don't know
Hook her up with Ravana.
この美しい
Get
テ
some
ィター
bug
ニア
action
と
going?
なぜ
That
戦
would be
う
hot.
ことになる
That's
の
my
か
ship.
それからその結末
My
どのような
ship
結末が待っているのか非常に重要なお話がこの地域に詰まっています
All right, so just what type of
calling it-
primal are they? And why must you fight this elegant regent? What type of battle will it prove to be?
Look at her ballerina
This is one of the
shoes. She's a
major plot
dancer.
points in
She's a
Shadowbringers.
dancer.
She's a
さあ
dancer.
冒険の日まで7月まで今
Primal
日って
waifu.
当時2月何日だっけ
All
今日
right, today is
I'm calling
February.
it
I don't know.
halfway through. She'll
second?
have some sort of demonic form.
second
February 2nd?
Oh, probably.
Okay.
She's a trickster.
4
March.
月
Yeah.
5月
May.
6
The
月
look is probably like
5 months
Five months.
She
The fact
starts as a
that-
caterpillar, evolves into a.
what are her
Well,
form
we'll
right
go
now,
to
where she
Shadowbringers.
looks really
Only
pretty. It's
5
probably
months.
like a trick.
For us,
and
only
when she
5
transforms
months.
into such a real form.
Yes まあ5ヶ月後にその真実を皆さんの目でお確かめくだ
In
さい
5 months, you will find out the truth behind it.
さあでは続いては
I'm calling that's her like trick form, and then when she
新しい情報、
transforms into her real form,
You
Yeah.
have
and it's
more?
some sort of demonic,
Isn't that all?
evil-looking demon.
Like,
アライアンスレイドの情報をお
Is
伝え
that a new
したいと
alliance
思い
raid?
ます
Please give us
Alliance
information on it.
raids.
Bravely Default.
先日
Spoiler alert, but
リリースしたパッチ 4.5
Bravely
で
Default
リターントゥイバリスという壮大な物語が幕を閉じました。
So with patch 4.5, the epic story of Return to Ivalice finally came to a conclusion.
スペシャルゲストクリエイターに松野康美さん、それから雨宮啓太さんという、偉大なお二人をお招きして、シリーズを完結することができました。
With the aid of our guest creators, Yasumi Matsuno and Keita Amemiya, we were able to bring the players a truly unique and exciting experience.
Please do it again.
次の
Yeah,
アライ
bring
アン
guest
スレードにも
creator from Fantasy 8.
それに匹敵するぐらいの驚きが待ってい
Ultima
ます。
Sia.
But this next raid series, however, will prove just as exciting.
Yes. Please.
では
Lunatic
Tell us.
Pandora, give it to me. Final Fantasy 8.
まずはお二人いるスペシャルゲストクリエイタ
Oh,
ー
no
を
special guest
ご
creator.
紹介したいと思います。
So, just as last time, we have two special guest creators joining us for this series. Let's meet the first. Roll the
15. Parasite
That wasn't
Eve?
much, Max. Ooh.
Near. Oh, Dragon Quest 11? Dragon Quest 10?
Okay, okay.
Oh,
That's exciting.
he
僕
said
と
one
同
of
じ
two creators.
スク
So.
エアエニックスに所属しているプロデューサー斉藤陽介さんですね。
So many people recognize Square Enix's Saito-san, producer at Square Enix.
まあドラゴンクエストシリーズとか
Worked on Dragon Quest
ニーヤシリーズとか
and Nier.
ね。
Yes.
まあただこの人
Holy Dragon
僕
Balls.
と非常に仲がいいので
Yeah, I mean, he's one of my, best friends.
単に友達呼んできただけかな。
So I don't want people to think that I'm just calling my friends in.
ですのでもう一人ご紹介しましょう。
So we're bringing in a second guest creator. Let's roll the video.
Somebody I hate.
Somebody you hate.
Toriyama from Dragon Ball.
Tanaka.
Tanaka.
The mirror.
Chille.
Oh,
Yoko Taro, you gotta be effing kidding me.
that's big.
That is insane. That is freaking insane, guys. I wanted him on 16, but I'm getting him in 14. Holy
さ
crap.
すが
I like Tanaka too, Roy. I
Yeah,
like Tanaka
everybody seems to
too.
like Yoko Taro.
Yay.
That's amazing.
ゲームデザイナー、それから
ね
脚本家として
crossover 24 man raid
さまざまなヒッ
No
トタイト
effing
ル
way.
関わられている横尾太郎さんを今回スペシャルゲストクリエイターお二人目としてお招き
Multiple
しています
endings for our 24-man
Renowned
raid.
game
perhaps?
designer will be joining us, Yoko
One way
Taro.
just a bucket.
Oh my good
Now go
night.
play Nier.
ではこのお二人を招いて
My heart feels
何をや
weird.
るのか
So we have these two. I wonder what they're going to bring us.
Yeah.
To be confirmed.
ドラゴンクエストかな
Dragon Quest? Yeah, Dragon Quest.
Hey, don't insult him,
では
man. Dragon Quest is
ご
amazing.
紹介しましょ
Dragon Quest
う
is
この
amazing.
お二人を招いて展開していくこれからの新しいアライアン
What
ス
if we're
レイ
gonna
ド
have
シ
a
リーズ
crossover with
で
Dragon
は
Quest?
All right, so let's reveal the official title for our newest Alliance raids. Roll the video.
Oh, it's a
こ
video.
ちらです
Yes.
Holy crap.
Oh my gosh. But I gotta go finish.
Oh my gosh. 24-man raid. That's insanity right there.
Holy
That's
That looks like
insanity.
Nier.
All right, gonna have to finish. Have to clear Nier.
コージ
I've got it. I love it.
これなんて読むの
You need me to pronounce this for you?
Dark Apocalypse.
Yorha, Dark Apocalypse.
新しいアライアンスレイドタイトルが
That is wild.
こちら夜派ダークアポカリプスというシリーズになります
And so the title of our newest Alliance raid is Yorha, Dark Apocalypse.
Dark Apocalypse. Yorha. At least I get the audio because I always mispronounce it. So
でもこれ
Yorha.
ニーヤの最新作にしか見えないね
This just looks
It's
like
my
a sequel
canon.
to Nier.
さあ
Getting-
ファイナルファンタジー
getting that-
の世
getting
界
those
で
glamours, man.
横尾さん斉藤さんたちがどんな世界を描いていくのかそのお二人からメッセージが届いています
All right, so how will this all fit into the Final Fantasy XIV world? To tell you a little bit more, we have
They
a
wouldn't give
special
him a
message
budget for new
from the two
new year,
creators.
so they just
た
made
だし
this.
But
この2人喋るのすごい早いです。
these guys talk really fast.
で字幕は入ってます。
There are subtitles,
必死に読んでくださいね。
but you have to pay close attention.
それではスペシャルゲストクリエイター斉藤さん、横尾さんからのメッセージをご覧いただきましょう。
All right, so let's take a look at the video from our two guest creators.
This is insanity
Roll
from
the
just the
paper.
concept of, like, it's not a crossover event, it's a raid.
Yes, the 24-man
はい、
raid.
ということで発表になりましたっていうお子さん。
So they finally announced it.
さっきイラストがすごいきらびやかなやつが出たと思うんですけど、実際のところ話は
Wonder
何
if
一
it's
つ決まって
promising
な
that
い
we
です。
haven't decided the ending of the story
いや
yet.
いや決まってるでしょ。
Wait, of course we have.
全く決まってない
Of course we have not. We haven't?
まあ実際のところ
You just have to
僕
tell
のは
everyone
決まってるん
yet.
ですけど、
決まってるんかい。
そうなんです
So
よ。
you
斉
have.
藤さんの
Of course I have. I'm going to be all about it.
そういうのまたね、本当に世界的な規模でやってるからね。
あ、そうなんですね。
そう
That's nice.
じゃあ
違う、そもそも俺たちだって今日ね、これパリで
Paris are watching this.
これパリなんですか。
パリで美味しいもの食べさせてくれるっていうから
That weird.
ね、流れだったのに気がついたら会社の会議室で俺たち
So it'll be humorous at
映
least.
像になってるんですよ。
で、皆さんこんにちは。
Bonjour, Paris.
でね、ファイナルファンタジー14は最近麻雀がちょっと前に実装されまして、
They've had a Mojang development.
麻
Wait, Mojang in a game?
雀ができるんですよ。
Yeah, now.
その次にニーヤってね、もう本当土地狂ってるとしか思えないでしょ。
Do you think that's insane?
大丈夫です。
They didn't hear the whole
What's, no, what's Yoshi-P thinking? He's going to destroy Final Fantasy 14.
もうやばいでしょ。
Final Fantasy.
でもまあこの話もね、本当にいただいた時はね嬉しかったですよね。
そうですね。嬉しかったって僕吉田さん頭おかしくなか
He
った
says he's lost his mind.
だってほら、
Even this is in Fantasy
そうです。
14.
はい。
一番最後にやったファイナル
It's the last Final Fantasy you
え
played.
っと最後にやったファイ
Final
ナル
Fantasy 12.
12。
12やったの。
は
じゃあまあ思ったより最近だな。6ぐらいかと思ってた。
はい。
Six.
12の前はファイナルファンタジー2なんですけど。
I played the one that was before too.
あんま好きじゃない
い。やいややってますよ。
I am, I am. He's a good
そ
fan.
れあんま好きじゃない。
はい大好きです。
I love Final Fantasy.
14ねやっぱり14の世界の中でね、ニーヤ、まあある意味ニーヤ
That pillow he has on his lap, by the way, I think that's going to be a boss.
だからそれがまた続きというか世界を遊びたいっていう方が大勢いるんで、
いやそんなんいないっす。
いや2、300人は世界でいると思うよ。
てか斉藤さん俺たち話が長い。
じゃあまあそこら辺でね、ぜひ楽しみにねお待ちいただきたいなと思いますので、また機会があればね続報とかお話できればな
Man,
と
this
思
is
ってお
gonna
り
be
ます。
nuts, guys.
それでは
It's freaking
ありがとうござい
insane.
ました。
さよなら。
お楽しみ
In
に。
freaking insane. Thank you also for the 51 thumbs up. Thank you guys for sharing out the stream. Holy freaking crap. This is not a crossover, man. Don, this is the new 24 Alliance raid for
吉田はファイナル
Shadowbringers.
ファンタジーを終わらせ
I
よ
know
うと
my
してい
mate
るって
Gary's
言わ
going
れ
to come back
Yes,
to
you're
Final
going to
Fantasy
make this
just for
the
this.
final Fantasy, huh?
The final Fantasy.
まあ今二人まあ横尾さんね
The finalist
さすが
fantasy.
横尾さん節であんなこと言ってますけどファイナルファンタジー大好きなんですよね
Yeah, I mean, he's saying all that, but Yoko Taro is a very, very big fan of the Final Fantasy series.
Sinokura
で
crossover.
今
Make
二
it
人ともです
happen.
ねこれから14特訓して
6.0.
闇の戦士になってもらうつもりなんで
Man, they're going all
And
in.
before they do this job, though, I'm going to make sure that they play all of Final Fantasy XIV all up through Shadowbringers.
There you go. New game plus for them.
僕が霊式まで
They get to test New Game
You're going to
Plus.
take him to
That's it.
Savage? Those two?
でもね斉藤さんすごい
Oh my gosh.
MMO コアプレイヤーなんで多分ね1ヶ月ぐらいあって本当に行っちゃうんだよ
Saito-san is a very, very big, hardcore MMO fan, so he'll probably take him about a month to get there.
ではこのふ
I'd,
ざけ
I'd,
た
I'd pay
ス
for
ペ
him
シャル
to
ゲスト
watch.
クリエイター
Yeah.
お二人を招いた、新しいねスペシャルゲストクリエイターコンテンツ第2弾、夜派ダークアポカリプスにぜひご期待ください
So yes, we have these two great and a little bit crazy guest creators for our newest Alliance raid. Please look forward to Yorha Dark Apocalypse.
Man, that's going to be nuts. Oh my gosh. Yeah. A Kingdom Hearts event would be cool, Heavenly Wolf.
First, we've got to get a Final Fantasy 15
I think
event.
that's all.
Maybe.
Yeah, where is that?
Maybe.
No,
I
that's
mean,
not all.
We
got
did,
plenty of time.
Alliance
Oh, that's
raid,
it.
Yeah
tribes,
Good-
primal,
good FanFest, everyone.
new job. That's it.
New area
Could be, Scott. It totally could be.
Gunbreaker.
Yeah, job.
Where's the CEO?
Huh?
Collector's Edition details. I want my collector edition DLs.
Huh?
Viera.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah. New race.
The new race! The new playable
Alright.
race!
New race.
そうだ、忘
Oh,
れてた。危
dude,
なかった。
Chrono
we
Trigger
almost
crossover would be sick.
皆さん楽しみにしてます？
Alright, you're looking forward to it?
じゃあ、しっかり見てくださいね。
Alright, witness this.
Witness me.
あそこ注目ですよ。
Right there, main screen.
メインスクリーンいいですか？
Go on,
You
show the
ready?
bunny boys.
Main
Do it,
screen.
do it, do it.
Yeah, show
Bunny
the
boys.
boys.
Yeah, I don't want. I don't want
Yeah, and I will see the mail. What?
That's it.
The fuck?
They finally did it.
Oh, we've reached perfection. We've reached perfection.
April Fools has come true again.
It's
Everyone
oh my gosh.
wants it.
Everybody wants it.
いや
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Oh, I knew he was gonna troll something. I hope. Please be a troll.
スペル間違ってない？
Vianga? It's not, that's spelled right.
ビアン
Viera.
ビアン
This is, they're still using the same image from 2012.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Alright.
There. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, look at the hair. My
Oh, that's
Oh,
beautiful.
no, disappointed. I was hoping for my damn.
Look at the feet. Look at it's the Viera style. They're
Yeah.
not
Viera.
skimping out.
軽
I
い
just
ジョ
I
ーク
want
が
the
ありました
Vianga
が
now. Screw
Yeah,
Vianga.
you know, just a little joke.
漆黒のヴィランズではおそらくファイナルファンタジー14最後の種族追加となる、ビエラが実装されます
So with Shadowbringers, our newest and most likely final playable race for Final Fantasy XIV will be the Viera.
ビエラ
Most
はファイナ
likely.
ルファンタジー12に登場し世界中でファンが多くですね、フランね、先頃
Most
リターンと
possible.
言われている
I don't trust
フラン
Yoshi-P
の
in a good
種族
way.
で
Didn't
も
say
あ
it
ります
is the last race. Just
Fans
as
know
most
them from
likely.
Final Fantasy XII and the Ivalice series. One, Fran, even
get the
made an
Vianga.
appearance in the latest chapter of 14's Return to Ivalice.
現在できる
Ronso
だけ
would be
多く
sick.
の、種族カスタマイズができるように開発が進んでいます
So the dev team is currently working hard to implement a high level of customizability.
例えばビエラこの特徴的な耳がやっぱり全ての印象を司っているのでちょっと今まで装備できていたこうヘルメットの仕様とかがビエラだけ別の、なんだろう仕様になってたりとか結構特徴があります
As you see, the Viera have very unique characteristics, such as their very long ears. And so, to handle this, we're having to make some changes to systems such as how helmets work.
Oh.
なのでそれら
The
の
helmet
新
system
しい
finally
特徴
getting a
も
needed
いずれ
update.
実機を使ってですね皆さんにお伝えしていこうと思います
And in the near future, we'll
The
be bringing
clipping-
you some more information on how these changes will happen.
In Ivalice and 12,
they were-
male are like trees, but they've already kind of hinted that they're like a rare.
But today, you want to see something
sense.
in motion, right?
Oh, see something in motion.
あれ
Interesting.
そうでもないな
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see my
I
bunny
thought I was
boy.
going to wait for the character creator.
そうでもないね
Yeah, it doesn't sound like they want to see.
Yeah, but Roy, even though as well this is like a theme park game where, you know, just because it
それで
wasn't
は、
in the
ビ
previous
エラ
law
の
doesn't mean
実
it
機
can't
動画
exist
をご
now.
覧いただきます
All right, so we've prepared for you a very special video of exclusive development footage. Roll the video.
All right, let's see what's
Of
happening.
the bunny boy.
The bunny boy.
This is my Lalafell's favorite tree.
That 12
Do
music.
they upgrade the expression? Like they, like visually, like that look. I don't know. They just look, oh, better. No way, right?
That butt seems enhanced.
They have
Yeah.
not got the butt slider though.
Big eyes. I like the way they look.
Oh well.
It's not a goofy female run animation. It looks strong.
Yeah.
The hair. It's
Hair's
amazing.
beautiful.
The bunny ears are adorable as well.
Yeah, this is gonna be popular.
Very popular.
Oh my gosh.
Start
yeah.
our feeds.
Yeah.
I just want to scratch up the ears and tell them they're good.
Yeah, so we didn't see any mail. Man, if it's
Pretty
Ron,
much
I want if they bring in Ronso to
世
kind
界
of
中
offset.
の人からですね、プレイヤーの皆さんからね、ビエラ
I will probably will
Viera,
switch and be a
まだ
Ronso.
言われて、もう5年ぐらいになるのかな。
It's been, what, about 5 years since people keep saying, oh, when are we going to get the Viera? When are we going to get the Viera?
大変お待たせしました。シャドウブリンガーズでビエラ実装となります。
Thank you for waiting. With Shadowbringers, we'll be bringing you all new playable race, the Viera.
Nice, thank you. Thank you.
Way.
I think that one guy was just like,
これ
oh,
で
he's sitting
おそ
there.
らく新しい情報、もう忘れてるものはないんじゃないかなと思います。
All right, so this is everything that we've brought, right?
Okay, so
All
we
the
got 30
information?
minutes of announcements then.
Yes?
なので、
More than that, isn't it?
コレクターズエディションの情
That's
報
great
に
image.
行きたいと思います。
So let's talk a little bit about the collector's edition.
Yes.
Yes.
では、実際コレクターズエディションここに持ってきてもらっ
This
て
is
み
what
て
I
みま
care
しょう。
about. This is
All
where
right,
I've got
so
to find my
actually we
money.
have one here today, so let's bring it out on stage.
All right.
お願いします。
This might be the actual collector's, like the first physical collector's edition I buy since 1.0.
Probably get Fantasia with the
Santo
collector's edition
Utsurukana?
or as a pre-order
Right, can you all
bonus.
see it?
What is that?
No.
Dark Knight statue.
Dark Knight.
Zoom please.
Look forward to it.
Is that a limited edition PS4? What is that?
Let's see, PC. Some cards?
これなん大丈夫
Yeah, some cards.
こっちは映
An
らな
art
い
book, I think.
The one's not going to show on the middle one?
センターダメ。
No? Okay. Oh, there we go.
あ、来た
I want to
来た
see a close up of that statue.
こう難しいな。
Turn it other way. Other way.
What's behind it? Is he-
カメラが調整して。
Camera. Oh, there we go.
いや、すっごい難しいな。
That's pretty good. Yeah.
こう。え
Is there something behind it? Like,
置いてくか
Yeah, is there a secret?
Dancer's on the back,
Oh, there
isn't
we
it?
go.
probably.
こちらコレクターズエディションについてくるスペシャルアートブック、
So, the first thing in the box is this special art book.
5.0 の秘密がここに隠
It's a
されてい
PS5.
ます。
All the secrets of Shadowbringers are contained within.
ちょっと見てみる
Wanna look? Oh my god.
It's like,
But it's possible to back.
Yeah, they're still doing the art,
something on it.
right? Okay.
続いてです、こちら PC 版のパッケージ
PC
です。
Next up
DVD.
is the game. This is the package that is used for the PC version.
そしてこちらがプレイステーション
Please, for the
4版
love, give it,
And
bring
that's
it to
the
Xbox.
PlayStation
It's
4 version.
like, come on.
で、こちらがですね
Statue.
今回のハイクオリティフィギュアですね、暗黒騎士
who is
That's
that?
cute.
And here
That's
is
a
our
good-looking statue.
high quality figure, the Dark Knight.
側面からもいける
Can you get a shot from there? From the side? Yeah. Ooh, nice.
I'll buy it.
はい、今回光の戦士の皆さん、闇の戦士となるということで、それをテーマに僕の方でかなり監修をして、現在制作が進んでいるハイクオリティフィギュアがついてきます。
Hey, Roy, thanks for hanging
The
out,
story
dude.
of Shadowbringers involves the Warrior of Light changing into the Warrior of Darkness. We decided to use the Dark Knight here, and I personally oversaw its creation and quality.
そしてですね、今度はこっちへちょっと移動しますね。
Move over here onto the other side.
これがですね、プレイカード、
It's a
ト
big
ランプ
box.
Yeah, here we have a deck of playing cards.
効果。
Like that.
これがですね
I kinda wanna、
ア・レルムリボーンから、このシャドーブリンガーズまでに書かれた、天野先生のイラストやパッチアートなどすべてアートワークで作られてま
Looks
す。
like all the aces
Each
are
card
the
here
expansions.
features unique art from A Realm Reborn all the
want
way through
that.
Shadowbringers,
I just want
including
it for those
patch art
cards,
as
if I'm
well as
honest.
art by Yoshitaka Amano.
Oh, nice.
そうですね。全部。
I kind of want to buy 2 collector's
My kids
editions.
are going
こ
to
こでしか
destroy
手に
that.
入りませんので。
This is
You
the
gotta buy
only
two
place that
sets.
these cards will be
Maybe
made
3 in
available.
your case.
で、さらに、シャドーブリンガーズのロゴを
Just so I can get one PSA
あしらっ
graded.
たステッカーですね。
And here we have a vinyl logo cling.
貼れんの
Can you, yeah,
Ooh,
maybe? On you?
final what?
A logo cling.
でもこれ展示するらしいから、あれだな。まずいな。
Yeah, we're going to be putting it
Okay,
up
like-
around the...
Is
Put
there
it
a
on your
map or is there
PS4.
like a?
Probably shouldn't take that off yet.
And the box is
そ
where
して
everything
最
comes
後
into.
この
From.
豪華特装パッケージに入ってお届けします。
And then, of course, we have this massive 2-layered special box.
I like that.
これですね。
Yeah, all right.
この
I was hoping that
Oh,
artwork was on the actual
素晴らしい。大丈夫
I like the
PS4
artwork.
copy.
I like the artwork.
これに全部パッケー
With
ジ
the Dark
し
Knight
て
protected
お届け
midfielder.
します。
And within this box, with featuring art from the master, Yoshitaka Amano, all that you see here will be in that box.
こちらですね、今日このファンフェスの会場、後ほど展示するそうなので、ぜひ近くでですね、後ほど皆さんでご覧いただいて購入をご検討ください。
Okay, we'll be taking all of this and displaying it on the floor. So those of you who want to take a closer look, you have 2 days to do so.
You'll let.
では、
Right
スタッフの方もう大丈夫ですよ。
I
All
want
right,
it.
we can...
We know, and
250.
July 2nd, which I'm thrilled about because that's so nice to be able to take
Some
time
water?
off,
Drink.
holiday.
Yeah.
Yes. If it would come to Xbox,
Straight vodka.
be a straight vodka.
Anybody got a beer?
持ってないね。
No?
さあ、コレクタ
Some
ーズエディ
digital
ション
items
の
they haven't shown
続
off
き、
yet.
中身をちょっとまとめましょうね。
All right, so let's take one more look at what's inside the box.
Clouds.
ボッ
What's
ク
in
ス
the game?
があります。それから先ほどご紹介した、さっきね真っ白でしたけど、あと
No map.
ちゃんと中身が書かれてお届けされることになります。
There you go,
First
Swear.
off, we
That's
have
what
that
comes
great
with the
box,
collector's edition.
with that art book. Yes, there will be actual drawings in the art book. You won't get a blank one.
それ
I
から
hope
で
you
す
can
ね
buy
フ
the
ィギュア
cards
ですね。
separately.
Yes, and the Dark Knight
I'd hate to have
figure
to buy
They
that.
won't.
ロゴステッカーがあり、あとトランプがあると。
and the deck of playing cards.
It's a
基本
shame
的には
because,
この
as I
CD
said,
版
I
でし
want
か
one
手に入らない
sealed.
ものになってますので、ぜひ購入をご検討ください。
These things here you can only get in the collector's edition.
で、みんなはね、この物理も気になるんだけど、
Also,
Yeah,
コ
very
レ
much
クターズエ
so,
ディション
Renee.
のインゲームアイテムも
I
気に
don't
な
have
る
an
と思うん
Xbox
だ
and
よ
I
ね。
want it on
But
Xbox
that's not
just for more
all. We
players.
cannot forget the exclusive in-game items that also come with the collector's edition.
New mount.
じゃあ、インゲームアイテムを紹介しましょう。
Let's take a look at those.
Balam Garden.
進まないよ。嫌だって。
Doesn't want to... He's pressing the button. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go.
Oh, it's gonna have a. Oh, I know. It's probably gonna have something to do with dancing. Isn't
Why
it?
こ
not
れコレクターズ
Fran?
エディ
Yeah.
ションのインゲームアイテムです。
Okay, the mount that we
ミニオン
saw,
フラ
it's
ンが
not tank related.
So first up
And the
is the
revolver from
wind-up
Final
Fran
Fantasy
minion.
VIII. Very
まあ
nice.
新種族ビエラに
Ah.
ね、
Thanks for the
ゲーム
60
トラ
thumbs
使
up,
ってチェン
guys.
ジしつつ、フランを連れて歩く。
Called the
All right,
Gunblade.
so
though.
yeah, with Shadowbringers, change your race to Viera.
The granny mount does
Bring
look like
Fran
something
along for the ride.
あ
Gunbreaker.
そういえば一つ忘れてました。ビエラの初期装備。フランの服着てたと思うんですけど、みんな。
Like, yeah, it depends on the price of the collector's edition.
So yeah, well, there's
Just
one thing
hoping
I
for a
forgot.
map or something.
In that video
200
that you saw of the
probably.
Viera, you saw the outfit that the Viera will
Well,
wear.
that means
ビエラの
I
その
might
所
not
属
get
専
it.
用コスチュ
Like,
ー
I'm-
ム、初期装
I
備
don't
は
know.
フランと同じコスチュームにしてあるので、ぜひね、フランの再現
Yeah.
を頑張ってみてください。
Yeah, that's
So the
that's
gear you saw
Daryl.
in that
It's
video
the
is actually the
glamorous
race-specific
CE only.
gear that
Yeah.
all players that
But remember,
change
there'll be a
to Viera
digital
will be
only collector's
receiving,
edition, so if you want to
designed
get that, it'll
after
be cheaper.
Fran's outfit.
yeah,
Exactly.
they'll have a digital
そ
only. Yeah.
してマウントがついてきます。グラ
Ah,
ニ
no,
と
it
いう、
won't be on the Mog
まあ
station.
当然フライングも対応している暗黒騎士に
Well, it
But
will
you
be.
can you can buy the upgrade to the
Right, the
collector's
second
edition,
item
but
is the
it's a
granny
bundle.
mount. Looks, it's a flying mount, and it looks perfect with the Dark Knight.
It reminds me of that
この
crossover
グラ
mount
ニ
that
とい
we
うマウ
got
ン
for
ト
the
動いていた
PvP
ところ
stuff.
は先ほどフィールドウォークスルー新しいフィールドウォークスルー2つの中でご
Oh, I
覧い
don't
た
think
だ
it's
けたと思い
coming.
ま
I just
す
will. I
You may
refuse to
recall
give
it,
up hope.
from the 2 area walkthroughs that we had. We were using this actual mount.
そして最後目玉ですね、ガンブレーカー新ジョブガンブレーカー用にガンブレードリボルバーというアイテムがついてきます。
And also, the most special of the 3 is this new Gunbreaker exclusive weapon, the revolver.
これどっかで見たことあるね。
Seen that somewhere before.
In a game that they don't seem to want to bring to anything else. Can they remake it or something?
That's right.
I've heard rumors
ス
about
コールの
that.
使
That
って
they
た
lost a lot of
リボ
the
ルバーという
code.
ガンブレードがコレクターズエディシ
Oh,
ョン。
really? That they've
The
actually.
gunblade
Wow.
used by Squall
Stuff
and
is
Well, you got to
Protect
remember though,
the revolver will
they
be
lost a lot
available
for 9 as
to
well. In fact, they
players
lost most of the art assets
で
for 9.
は続い
Hey,
て
Jasmine.
コレクターズエディションもそうですが通常版も含めて、プレオーダーしていただくと特典があります。その予約特典についてお伝えしていこうと思います。
They've
But
done
that
it
is not
before
all.
ADS.
All who pre-order
they
Shadowbringers,
gave the
whether it be the
chicken
collector's
knife with,
edition or not, will be receiving the following items.
Oh, that's a cool. The Gremlin.
これ正直ね
I hope it
私
insults
結
you
構
the
迷ったんだよ
entire
ねこれ
time.。
Yeah, so we had a lot of discussion internally about whether we're going to release this baby gremlin minion or not.
これをね
His eyes look
可愛いっていうスタッフがね結構いるのよ。
There's
Creepy
a lot of
ass.
our development staff that think it's pretty
Favorite
cute.
earring. I want to call that it might
ちょっ
let
と
you
ヨーロ
use
ッパの人に
use
聞い
it
て
for
みていい？
return.
So
Maybe.
let's ask you guys.
That'd be cool.
これ可愛いと思う人。
It's just
Secure
Aetherite
pie?
earring. It's just an Aetherite earring.
そんなこと
Will
な
the
いだろう
gremlin
っていう人。
berate
And
you
what about
the
those who
entire
don't think
time
so?
you have it
As I
out?
said, I hope it insults you constantly.
なんか意外とあるな。
Yeah, a lot of people do think it's
じゃあ
It's an
5.0
earring.
旅のお供に、
Yeah.
ね、グレムリン出して
I'll show you
ギャー
guys.
ギャーこう言われながら一緒にね。
right. Yeah, you know,
beautiful
bring him
earring.
out during your adventure, have him tell you that you are nothing and you are no one.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if they
そして
do
ですね
anything if
ア
they're
クセ
just
サ
a
リ
design,
ー
though.
エーテライトイヤリングという
I'll
アクセ
just
サリーが予
comfort
約
it
特
the
典
whole
について
time.
きます。
Stop.
And pre-orders will also receive this new accessory, the Aetherite earring.
ただですねこのエーテライトイヤリング新しい仕組みを持ったアイテムになっています。
However, this item is very special and very different from past accessories that we released with these types of.
It
Something's
should have a
about to-
レ
cooldown,
ベル
like a
70 ま
return
で
cooldown on
経
it.
験値ア
1
ップ
hour, 2
30%
hours.
がついたアイテムなんですが今まではアイテムレベルによってちょっと使いづらいところがあったと思うんですねそういった経験値ボーナスのアイテムって
So this item, when wearing it, will give you a 30% experience bonus up through level 70. However, players in the past have commented on how these experience items are kind of hard to use because they affect your item level.
今回このエーテライトイヤリング
Is
は
it gear
プ
that
レイヤー
scales
の
with
ジ
your
ョブレ
level?
ベルに合わせてステータスが自動的に書き換わる仕組みになっています
So what's special about this accessory is that the actual item's stats will change depending on the job level that you equip it at.
Called it. Holy
Okay.
It's like
crap.
Roger's ring.
ですので
But that means
レ
they
ベ
can
ル
do that
1 の
for
状
other
態から
stuff.
Yes,
つけていく
exactly.
This is the gateway.
取り替える必要がないどんどん強くなっていく
That system in
そういう
place.
スペ
Like,
シャルなアイテムになってます
I said
You
like
can wear
the
this from
Roger's
level
ring
1
from 11.
all
Remember,
through,
it
up
starts off
through
low
level
stats and
70
as you
without
level up, it
having
goes
to
up.
worry about it affecting your item level.
man, that's
そ
awesome.
れからぜひこのアイテムシャドーブリンガーズがリリースされる
Heirloom time,
7
baby.
月2日
That's
まで
right.
にシャドーブリンガーズに飛び
Oh,
込
that'd be
む
sick.
準備をしていただきたいと考えているので発売日より前にお届けし
July
ます
2nd.
In fact, we are planning to make these items available before the launch of Shadowbringers.
Whoa.
ぜひですねこの予約をしてこのアイテムを手に入れてパッチ 4.x の間に配りますので
Yeah,
ぜ
I'm
ひですね
capped
シ
on
ャドー
everything.
ブリンガーズまでにレベルを70にしてシャドーブリンガーズの冒険にね備えていただきたい
No
と思い
problem.
ます
Thanks for hanging out with
So,
us.
players can get
Thanks
this
for the
item
77 thumbs
during
up,
the
man. You guys are
4.x
insane.
series,
That's awesome.
equip it, and then level their jobs
I
up
think
to
the
70
highest stream we got
before
is
even the launch of
120.
Shadowbringers.
Yeah. So if you don't have anybody at 70, make sure you pre-order so you can use this to help kind of get that additional boost of XP.
さて当然早いな
Early access, June 28th. Tentative.
Ah,
I did impress it.
28, 29, 30,
Oh, nice.
1, 2, yeah, 4 days.
You didn't see that.
なんかねバッテリーが切れたんだって
Ah,
didn't
the
see that.
battery died. Oh,
チェックしとこうよ
we need to check that. Sorry.
They brought the cord.
ケーブル
Yeah, get the pre-order really, I think, is the value on it. Is the early
Gunbreaker
access.
Oh, all right.
Is he going to cut the cord with a gun blade?
よしよしこっち持たないとダメねはいはい
Or cut the rep that didn't change the battery in the remote control?
Oh man. I thought he was pretending it was heavy, but apparently I guess they really made it out of
特典
material.
といえばですね、皆
Bring
さ
out
ん
metal, if I'm
アーリーアクセ
honest.
スが気になると思います。
All right, and most likely the biggest reward for pre-ordering, of course, is early access.
当然ですね、このプリオーダーしていただくといち早くファイナルファンタジー14、シャドーブリンガーズがプレイできるアーリーアクセスがついてきます。
So for those of you who want to play first, pre-order the game and get into that early access.
ではそのアーリーアクセスの
When
開
the pre-orders
始日
go
は
on
いつか
sale.
というと
Now.
6月28
Pretty
日
much,
か
I
ら
think, within the next
Early
week or
access
two.
begins June 28th.
あ、5マンス切ってる。
Pre-orders have already opened.
Oh, they have?
Less than
I'm
5
just
months.
guessing.
Yes. No 5 months. まあでもほら予定って書いてあるからね。
Ah, but it says tentative. You can see it said tentative.
ではこのアーリーアクセスやスペシャルインゲームアイテムがもらえるシャドーブリンガーズのプレイオーダーですが、プレイオーダー開始日はこちらです。
So the next question is, when can you pre-order?
February 6th. Not that far. 4 days from now.
4 days.
It's great.
Cool. Pre-order begins.
一部の地域
I'm gonna
だけ
pre-order
ちょっと
it because I want
翌日
all
2
the
月
They
7
haven't
日に
sold
な
me
る
on
可能性
the
あります
physical
が、
collector's edition.
全世界中のほとんどの地域で2月6日からこのシ
I
ャド
like
ー
the
ブリンガー
art,
ズ
though.
プレイオーダーが開始となります。
cards.
So pre-orders begin in less than a
That's what
week
I want.
worldwide on February 6th, with a very few regions beginning on February 7th.
さあ、一通り予定の話は全部終わったかな？
All right, now we can finally wrap up the keynote address.
With
ビアンガも
announcements?
話したもんね。
We talked about the Vianga.
There's like 20 minutes left.
大体これで僕の基調講演終わったんですが、5.0 シャドーブリンガーズまだまだ、新しい情報
All you need to do is pre-order up
And
before
though
the
this is the end of my
28th
keynote
of
address,
June.
there's still a lot of information that we have yet to reveal about Shadowbringers.
例えば
For example,
もう一つのジョブは
what's the other job?
The other job,
Yeah.
or it could be more than one other. Don't put us on a leash
今
here.
日 T シャツ着てないんだよね、
No T-shirt today, huh?
Yeah.
There'll be one job.
それから光の戦士皆さんは果たしてどこへ向かうのか
Where exactly will the Warrior of Light's adventures take them?
皆さんが拠点とする新しい町
Will he
タウ
dance
ン
the
は
right way?
果たしてどこになるのか、
Which town will be the new expansion's hub?
5.0 さらに気になる情報たくさんまだ控えていますが
There's a lot more information about 5.0 that we have yet to reveal.
まだ僕らには日本ファンフェスが残ってるんだな。
But yes,
March
we'll be
23rd.
coming in Tokyo.
次のファンフェス基調講演最後日本のファンフェスでまたシャドーブリンガーズの最後の秘密に迫っていこうと思います。
Shepherd.
We'll be revealing the final secrets of Shadowbringers live from Tokyo.
ただですね、今日せっかくフランスまで
Yeah, we got one tank, a new tank, so it
Well,
makes sense that we'd see 4 tanks, 4 healers.
アートパ
You
ネ
do
ル
a
とか
ranged DPS though.
いろんな
You
セ
know,
ッ
like
シ
we
ョンあり
only
ま
have
す。
2 of
その
those.
中でもおそらく
That'll be next expansion.
シャドーブリンガーズの情報を飛び出していく気がしますので、ぜひ基調講演だけではなく他のステージにもご注目ください。
But again, the Final Fantasy Fan Festival is not just about the keynote address. We have a lot of other panels as well, and there's a good chance that we might be letting some new information slip out there as well.
はい。そしてですね、最後に一つ皆さんにお知らせがあります。
Oh, and we have one more thing.
特にですね、これカメラどこだろう？どのカメラだろう？
That one in the back.
Twitch ご覧の皆さん、ね。
Don't shoot.
So today we have fans from around the world watching on Twitch.
Twitch プライムの会員の皆さんに期間限定ですが、
Oh,
ファイナ
interesting.
ルファンタジー14のスターターパックを
Twitch
無料で
Prime,
プレゼントし
Final
ます
Fantasy 14
For those
free.
members with Twitch Prime, we have a special gift,
30 days of subscription.
our starter pack.
この期間限定なので、プライム会員、Twitch プライム会員の皆さんは、
If they
ぜ
had
ひ
it to
こ
where
の
you
シャドー
didn't,
ブ
you
リン
just
ガ
had
ー
to
ズに
have
向け
Prime
て
and be
冒険の
sub,
準
that
備
would
を
be just
進めていただきたく思います。
So starting February 4th, we'll be giving away a Final Fantasy 14 starter pack download key to any Twitch Prime members. We hope you can use that to get into Final Fantasy XIV before the launch of Shadowbringers.
対応してない地域、一部ありますが、また詳しい情報を、
definitely smart promotion.
お知らせしていければと思いますので、ウェブサイトの方もぜひご覧ください。
There will be some region restrictions, but full details of this will be released very soon.
はい。それではこれでようやく僕の基調講演終わりです。
All right, this is truly the end of the keynote address.
No, it isn't.
Where's the CEO?
でもほら、さっきも言った通り、まだアートパネ
CEO's
ルと
going to
か
come in as
あるよ
dancer.。
But that's right. I did tell you that we have more to reveal, like at the art panel.
特にアートパネルで来てる名前さん、
Remember, at the art panel, our guest, Namae-san,
ものすごい数のビエラ描いた人だから、
she's the one that's been drawing a lot of Viera, so...
新しい情報出てくる
This is
かも。
where I think they're
Probably
going to
get
have
some
a
new
lot of
information.
Viera art.
はい、というわけで、ぜひ基調講演以外のステージもご注目ください。
They've only
Alright,
shown
so
off
please
the
look
female,
forward
so
to
I'm
the
wondering
rest
if it's
of our
just female
panels.
only.
I was saying earlier, I
講演
think,
これで
I think
終
you have
わ
a
りと
good
なります
take.
ので、このま
It
まオ
could
ープ
very
ニング
well
セッ
be
ション
that
に
the male is
入ろうか
something
なと思います
completely。
All right, so
different
let's
or
wrap up the keynote address
non-existent.
and move
Yeah.
on to the opening ceremony.
Do it, Broly.
The opening ceremonies.
Their lanyards are white.
Yeah. Please look forward to it. He's
Oh, no.
trolling.
Bonjour. Bonjour, bonjour. Hello.
Bonjour, bonjour.
Good morning.
Bonjour, bonjour.
Guten Morgen. Or Ohayou gozaimasu. Welcome everyone to the Final Fantasy XIV Fan
here.
Festival in Paris.
I don't think we're getting any special announcements there.
No.
The I'll keep this kind of slight in case anything changes. The guys. So if you guys have a little bit of time, what are your hot takes? From
Oh, those new
this?
zones.
Gorgeous, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's
Gorgeous.
Yoshi.
Yeah, Yoshi's just drinking water in the back with that hardcore vodka. Okay, so what was the best thing? Well, like Paul, what was the thing that stood out to you the most? If you needed time to think about it.
No,
Chille?
not necessarily.
Okay.
I mean, the music really impacted me a lot from both zones.
Mhm.
So obviously Soken is still on hit. I love the look of the two new zones. So I'm glad we finally got some images of new zones. It was well needed. And we got the names of new zones. I know we heard about the Greatwood before,
Mhm.
but we know about it now. So that part was great. New Primal, love that part of it. Waiting to see how that evolves. Nier, again, I've not played Nier in the past to any extent. So that's something
You might want to do. Like it might almost be advisable.
I want to buy Nier now.
That's what's the deal with the cross promotion. You know, like when Monster Hunter did the cross promotion, a lot of people jumped on the Monster Hunter wagon, and you know, it being a single player game, Nier, to just get it on the PS4 and run through it, you know, before the expansion. That's great cross promotion for both. Plus, it's an amazing game, good music, all that stuff. So that's definitely a pull for me. Beyond that, everything else seemed about the same, and I'm a little sad that they did not. You know, if we want hot takes, I'm a little sad they didn't even give us a hint on the raid. Like nothing whatsoever. Maybe they are saving the best for last for Japan, but I would have liked to have seen a little more. To me, this, if not knowing what's in Japan, but I'm going to say that this is probably the lackluster of the three fan festival keynotes that we're going to get. I hope that's the case, because then that means Japan is going to have a lot more.
It would make sense, especially once part 2 of the story is done, that they can really kind of dive into some of it.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
yeah, no shirt tease, like or at least no like actual tease here in the keynote as to what the job is going to be for the next one. Obviously, it seems like that this is more like this weekend is more than just this event right here. They're going to have the developer panel. They're going to have the live letter. They have a Q&A, tomorrow as well. So there's going to be a lot more content, a lot more things that should be coming out of it. Mione, from the Mione channel, he's on site at the Paris Fan Festival. So there's going to be lots of different bits and pieces. The experience wise, let's start off with the trailer and how they extended it. Seeing Menphilia being called Matoya, seeing the Gunblade in cinematic action, I mean, that kicked it off on a real high note for me.
It was crazy, yeah.
But at the core, when you break it down, though, like, we're still obviously left with mystery. Are we in the past? Are we in another world? Or what is going on here? Obviously, we get to see Minfilia again, and that is really exciting. I think, hopefully hopefully this is not like, 30 years ago, because she looks younger, right? Like, did you guys?
Well,
That's Cecilia.
No, it's Minfilia being reborn.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going with that. Yeah. So you think it's the present, but it's a reborn Ophelia as becomes the mother and then reborn. Yeah. Okay. I can see that.
Yeah. Okay. And so a lot of people are asking about obviously the job. We get to see it in action. It's a tank, so it's another sword wielding tank, but it's a gun blade, the Gunbreaker. What do you guys? What's your hot take, Chille?
For me, I just loved all the new areas. I love the fairy town, Mheg or wherever it is. I love Mheg. It was just a beautiful. It was as much as I was expecting to be announced for the middle one, because I didn't even expect the 8-man raid to be announced already, just teased like it was.
Yeah.
So
I thought we were gonna get a title.
A title at most, but that'll be it.
I also felt the collector's edition was lackluster. If it had literally what would get me to purchase it, I was hoping for a map or something.
You're kind of hung up on that collector's edition. So you bought all the ones in the past?
No, I've only bought 1.0's collector's edition.
Okay.
And I've gone straight digital since then, because nothing and so then Stormblood, I'm not really a statue guy. I'm not really a collector. I'm a digital collector, but I'm like a minimalist in real life. Like, I'm just like, let's just keep it simple. I don't need a lot of stuff on my my desk.
Yeah. I just think they don't want to release another map, because you got a map with the previous expansion, collected edition.
Well, and we didn't see a map expansion with the trailer. This is leading me to believe that this isn't on our shard, and that's just how I'm feeling about it. But I mean, I could be completely wrong. We will know more.
I think we'll find out that in the next FanFest.
Mm-hmm.
I think the reason why they didn't show us pushing is because we're still in the story.
Yeah,
that's right.
And I actually think the 8-man raid might be story related.
And
that's why we don't find out information about it.
You're 100% right, Chille. So that's where, I think the raid with Stormblood was really a really awesome set of fan service, and I like that tied into Omega, which felt like it at least weaved into the story somewhat. But it would be so cool to see something like the Binding Coil of Bahamut, which was just so central. And with the fact we have Normal and Savage, I think they could just make it a part of the story. I think
that's right.
Especially if it's as important as a character as either Hydaelyn or Zodiark, or however that ends up getting played out. That would be really cool.
And that was the impact of the 2.0 storyline for the raid for Binding Coil, was that it actually tied into something. You cared about what was going to happen. What was going to happen to Luswa? What was going to happen to the twins and the story there?
I don't think we'll ever see anything on the level of 2.0 raid again, but just because they had all of 1.0 to design it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, true. You know what I mean? Yes.
So
there won't be the emotional connection for those that played through 1.0 to see that culmination.
Right, but still playing through the story and playing with the with the Ascians, and culminating in some kind of raid that does tie into that kind of story, I think would be very satisfying for me.
And personally. I think that's why we didn't see anything really, because I feel like the 8-man raid is going to, with Omega, was tied to the story kind of.
Yeah.
And they kind of ruined some of the story by having Omega announced before, because remember, it was announced before we even got the finale of the story.
Mm-hmm.
I think they learned from that, and then waiting until the part 2 story is out at least.
So near, we kind of touched on it, the Dark Apocalypse, and just the level of humor. This is what level of freedom are they going to give him to create in this space, right? Because I thought the Return to Ivalice raid was genius, how it weaved into actually the world of Hydaelyn, how it tied in to our world. Is this off world? Is this other dimensional? Is this is it going to be just the opposite of Ivalice in the regards that it just feels like it's cool. I really love what I've experienced. I haven't finished Nier completely yet, but that's just because I've got my horrible backlog and pile of shame. But
remember that Scott as well that Fantasy 14 is a theme park MMO.
Mm-hmm.
It might have near, but it won't have near. It will look like it, and it might even have like the same sort of aspect of the story, but it won't be a continuation of near, and it won't be near itself. But it might be forces.
The question is, how are they going to cram that in? You know, like if you have the Final Fantasy 12/Tactics lore, yeah, you can, you know, you got Dalmasca. They crammed it into the lore in one way to make it sort of fit, so it fit into the theme park MMO. But are you going to have Nearland? You know, it's like part of it's like the other side of Garlemald, you know, Nearland. I don't know what the name of the land.
No, you're fine.
Or is that going to be
like
off-world? Is that going to be under the shard? Is that going to be in the moon? Is it going to be something? Or are they just going to say like, here's a dream that you have, and you go into a portal, and
Well,
they can do anything, of course.
It could be an old part of Garlemald.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
They can do
It could
anything.
be ancient elegance again. It could be
It's
elegant.
just, to what extent are they going to try to cram it in to make it fit with the world of I was going to say Vana'diel, but of Eorzea and
make
Hydaelyn.
that happen. That's
wait for the new world.
6 point, yeah, the new world, exactly. The 6.0 raid. It's like, yeah, my goodness, guys. I wouldn't say it's lackluster. So they've got they're showing the schedule. So they just did the keynote, dev panel here in just a little bit. Then they got the glamour contest and cosplay contest later today. Tomorrow at the same time. Letter from the producer live. Then they have the Azorian question time, which I'm thinking is like the Q&A kind of open thing like that. Yeah. That follows pretty much an hour after that, and then
submit your questions on the forums.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, well, hopefully it's not all glamour questions because they do have the glamour contest. It's like
welcome to FanFest. It'll be a lot of glamour questions.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll get some good interviews out of this weekend. Hopefully, like there's so much that I think this game does so well, and I hope that with 5.0 we start to see some of those thoughts kind of like finished. And even though it's theme parked, I'd love to see some threads in which that kind of weave the stuff together. Because even with the 24-man raid, you know, if it's just out there, you know, on its own. That's going to feel, I think that's just going to end up being, you know, like, okay, I come in here for this and then I leave or something like that. I don't know.
Do you think that this was enough news for people this weekend? I mean, I know we still have lots to see, but do you think that there's going to be enough, or are people already going to start complaining about, I didn't get to see this, and there's always going to be complaints, but do you think that this was enough for people to get them going until March 23rd or wherever we're trying to hit
it's Japan is March 23rd. Right? When we're assuming 5/5. Let's just look at the calendar here real quick. So the 23rd, that is that's not that far away. Like I think this was the longest gap.
This was a huge gap between North America and Paris.
1, 2, 3, 4,
well, that's about the same gap.
5.
You think so? It just felt long.
6, 7.
Maybe
Maybe
because
7
the
weeks.
holidays
So
were in between.
Yeah, we had the holidays and all that. So 7 weeks. In between that, we'll get the conclusion of 4.5.5. And then at some point shortly after the world visit system, is this enough news? I did not get answers to the questions that I was hoping with the trust system. I still don't understand and still kind of worried about what New Game Plus is. I still have not seen level sync talked about. Obviously, I don't think that's a keynote thing. That could be the developer panel thing. Like, obviously, no, you know, it's like, it's not horrible. Like, it's not bad. I'm not, I wouldn't go disappointed. I would just go and say, okay, like, yeah, they checked the boxes.
I think that for those things you're asking for, really, those are live letter informations.
Yeah, live letter, absolutely.
The FanFest, I feel like we're going to learn more about the trust, the battle system changes, and all that lot in the live letter just before. Not even at the. I don't even think it'll be at the next FanFest. I feel like that information will be in the live letter just before the servers go live. Because you know they did that 12-hour.
They said it's going to take over an hour to kind of go through the battle system changes. Yeah. Like what that actually means. So it makes sense not to have that here, right? But so I think there's actually enough news that they've also hinted at it. So from it's still a mystery, right? You know, but I'm wanting the details. I'm wanting to get some kind of real clear picture of what the future holds with the battle system changes, with, just how this is going to go. I think essentially, though, I was fed, if that makes sense. Like, I got enough that I'm excited and continue to maintain that excitement. I'm not coming out of here down on Shadowbringers at all. Like
no.
Yeah. More so than not. Like the story looks fascinating. I cannot wait to go there. But and then everything they kind of showed us with the Viera, and that was just the models themselves just looked.
Oh, they look more detailed.
Yeah, more detailed. Well, not just for them, but I'm like, are we seeing it? Because they are saying we're dropping 32-bit support. Like, is this just the culmination of them being able to do a little bit more, work? And
I think so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're right with that.
So, man, what did you say? That's my long way of answering, Paul. How about you?
Yeah, I guess what I would say to that is if we had questions going into this keynote, that was, what's the new job? What is it going to be? Because everybody was guessing Gunblade, the what is it called? Gunbreaker. So getting that knowledge that it's a tank, yes. Everything else just seemed like it was pretty much new information that they gave. I don't know, answering when the expansion is going to release. That was another question that was going to be in there. When we were going to get the pre-order and early access. But everything else was either confirmation like the Viera images or new information about the Beast Tribe, the new Primal, the new 24-man raid. So I guess to take it back a little bit, I would have to ask myself, what other questions do players have going into this keynote, and what was not answered, like the new healer, or I guess male Viera now becomes still a question, like, is this going to be something?
Is that even a thing?
Yeah, because it's not like he didn't say like female only, and he didn't, so they just
he didn't say anything.
Yeah,
maybe it's just not finished yet.
It's possible,
I mean, they got 5 months, right? Because it's February, so it's February 2nd. So 5 months until the game goes live, and a little bit less than that for early access. I think it's silly to ask if we're all pre-ordering, but that's the 6th. So we got the date on the pre-order. What do you guys think about the collector's edition? What's physical and what's digital?
I'm kind of disappointed in the physical, but at the same time, I'm a sucker, so I'll buy it. Unless it comes out at $250 or something stupid.
I got too much junk on my shelf. I got lots of stuff on the shelf, so I probably won't get it, because if the pull is supposed to be for the statue, it doesn't do enough for me. Those cards though, I really want those cards. I would love to make like a montage. In fact, I need more wall scrolls, but I would love to take those playing cards and do something with, especially has individual artwork, or take them and get them signed by individual people when I go to FanFest, whatever. So that, to me, that's a pretty cool pull, but I don't know if that's enough for me to buy the physical collection.
Okay. Yeah, I was thinking, like, I was hoping for some kind of map, some kind of cloth, something, especially to hang. We've put up some new artwork that's behind the green screen, but I was like, okay, like, oh, maybe they just didn't sell me on the collector's edition. I'll just go digital, because I've gotten the digital one. Since is there any other thoughts that you guys want to share about what you experienced, or any notes, or is there anything that stood out that we just didn't talk about right now?
Not really. I feel like we covered a lot of it. I'm just excited.
I think I had to finish Nier before 4-1.
I think that's the biggest deal that I have to do is start and finish Nier before we.
You're going to be in for a treat. You're going to be in for
I've heard so many good things.
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
I have to play it like 5 times, right?
Yeah,
or more.
Yeah,
more than I think.
Something like that. It's so like, he was the director that I want on 16. Like, and people are like, oh, they're not going to do that. They wouldn't do that. And then that's like, man. Or obviously, and I'm bad with names, so that's why I'm not saying it. But also the guy who did the Return to Ivalice. Like, I'm just thinking, like, guys, bring in these just rock stars.
When they announced that in the past, that was actually a really brilliant stroke, because it takes some stuff off of Yoshida's plate.
Yeah,
and it gives a fresh set of eyes, a fresh set of hands to do things. So I think it livened up the 24. I loved Void Arc, but some people didn't really care for, like, I think the pacing in the first, or the actual Void Arc original one was too easy, and then it went too hard, and there was a weird pacing to it, where I thought the most recent Return to Ivalice raid was fantastic.
Yeah,
all the way through, everything was good with it. So I think it just takes something off Yoshida's plate. I guess the caveat to that would be, if Yoshida's not having to do a whole lot with that, or less, maybe just a supervisory role, what else is he putting his energy into? So that puts more expectation on the rest of the content.
Well, I think they also have him extremely busy, which has been a concern I've had for his involvement as producer and director for a little while, because like, you know, like he's like,
Yeah.
like at some point, like your body, you need to make sure he's sleeping, he's traveling, like, you know,
Do you have to take one of those roles away from him and give it to somebody else so they can
the right person? Yeah, and that's the goal in his job. Honestly, if he loves 14 so much, is to find that. I would say keep him on as producer, but to find like who the right director is, and that doesn't have to happen with 5.0. That doesn't have to happen, but at some point, like you have to have and establish that. Otherwise, it ends up being like there could be a clear start thing, especially because I know like Japanese culture, like they build themselves to and work themselves to death, you know, and that's why I was like, I would hate that. I want him to be around for a long time.
I want him to enjoy what he's doing. Just once you stop enjoying it, then you can
and you feel it throughout everything. So, all right, guys, where can they find you? You know, so Chille, let's start with you. Where you're on like every Final Fantasy 14 podcast, no demand, but yeah.
You can find me at Moogle-Go-Round Radio at twitch.tv says Moogle-Go-Round Radio. You can also find me at Phoenix Down Radio every 2 weeks at twitch.tv says Phoenix Down Radio. You can follow me on Twitter at MGR_Chille. I also guest appear occasionally on She Heals I Tank. I've guest appeared on a lot of podcasts. In fact, I appeared on Gather Together once. Thank you again for having me on there.
And he's a pro. You hear him just like pumping out the plugs. Paul, where can people find you, man?
Yeah, you can find us on our website. Our podcast is called Gather Together, and the website is gtffxiv.com. You can also hit us up on our Twitter. That's at gtffxiv. You can find me personally on Twitter at RubiconVale, RubiconVale. Drop us a line. Tell us what's up. We do a podcast once a week. We usually release on Thursdays or Fridays. And I guess our next episode is going to be covering the keynote and everything that is Paris FanFest. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, it'll be good to kind of also when like by the time you do the podcast to kind of like let things kind of percolate. What was not missed? What, you know, like, oh, I didn't even think of that. And now this is, you know, it's good. There's going to be sure to be a heck of a lot of fun.
Watch that trailer a few more times.
Yeah, I got to go dive into that, do rewind or something of that nature.
That gave me shivers.
Oh man, freaking
amazing!
I tear up, man, which was really good that I wasn't on camera because like I'm just like I get emotional because I'm connected to the story. Like when they showed off the Warrior Light 1.0, like I felt respected. I felt like just, you know, that it is all connected. That it's 2019, so this year at E3 it'll be 10 years since they announced this game.
Yeah.
And 10 years since I started like podcasting and talking about it. In fact, they announced it in an EGM. They were talking about like, hey, at this E3, we're going to talk about the future of the Final Fantasy, you know, online, the next Final Fantasy online game. And I just remember just being so excited for that. So it's insane that it's been 10 years and it's just been this insane journey. For Work To Game, you can follow me at DelmonteB and Work To Game. I'm actually like doing an Exodus 90 program, so I actually have not been on my DelmonteB Twitter. So if you've messaged me over there, I apologize. I need to go check it out. But I just have my Work To Game one set up on my computer. And then like we stream sometimes over on Twitch at Work To Game with the number 2. But mostly you're going to find us right here on YouTube, having fun, doing a lot of good stuff. You're going to see some, we're working on some updated controller guides as people have asked. And been also doing a lot of Anthem, which I'm very excited about. But we have a podcast dedicated to that. So I'm not going to talk about it here.
Anthem pre-radio, go check them out.
Thank you very much. All right, guys. Unless there's anything else, if there's anybody, you know, it's early for us. It's getting late for Chille. I'm hungry.
Dude, I might have to hit up Whataburger here in a minute.
Are you up? Like, you awake?
I mean, I don't know, dude. At this point, I already drank my coffee, so I might have to.
I'm just saying, like, I'll totally meet you up for Whataburger because we live in the same city.
I don't know if I'm driving all that far, but, you know.
I don't know where one is. That's why I was just like, I'm hungry. I know Chick-fil-A opens
like across the street.
Okay, well, then never mind. I'm not going out to Plano. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great week. We'll be live. Who knows? I'll probably, it depends on how exhausted I am and if the kids are screaming for the live letter and stuff like that. Thank you, Paul, from Gather Together. Thank you, Chille, from every podcast known to man. Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you guys.